Well, hello there, sunshine patriots and blue-haired brigade. Gather round your soy lattes, time to get played. Y'all out here crying for lawbreakers, banging pots like toddlers in a tantrum, while real Americans are laughing our asses off at your woke-ass anthem. Look at these clowns and their rainbow flags and nose rings, screaming abolish ICE like it solves anything. Defending a chick who tried to ram agents with a ride. Now she's a martyr. Bitch, please, that's homicide, suicide. Postmenopausal Karens foam at the mouth, spitting intriguing, blocking cop cars like they're saving the world from deporting the freaking. Gangbangers, rapists, traffickers, nah, keep them all, they say, while crying about fascism in their safe space parade. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this protest's a fucking no-show. Woke weird. Well, howdy, hypocrite horde, with your blue hair and signs. Time to roast your ridiculous rallies. Draw the lines. Y'all scream for chaos and a law and order fool. Well, truth hides in a corner, breaking all the rules. From another evil universe, illogical and wild, irrational and realistic, like a brainwashed child. Folks, but y'all cheer his name. Hypocrisy central, playing the same old game. Game for hammers, honey, that's a killer twist. They toss you off a roof, but you're on their list. Screaming about equality while backing the hate from parallel evil worlds, sealing your fate. Hey, hey, oh, oh, this protest a total wailing in the snow. What a damn joke, bro. Banging pots and pans like toddlers, throwing fits, while law and order laughs at your hypocrite bits. Upside down flags, frog suits, lawn chairs in the street. Y'all call this resistance? Nah, it's elite retreat. Waste of time, waste of air, waste of everybody's day. Go home, snowflakes, truth's not your way. Inflatable frog costumes, that's your master plan. Portland's parade of freaks, looking like a bat fan. Shining lights in windows, keeping agents up all clown show. Throwing snowballs at badges, then crying oppression. Grow up already, that's just regression. Gates for Hamas, snow kings, then dictator love. Your logic's from hell, push and shove after shove. Waste of time, waste of tears, waste of taxpayer cash. Abolish ICE, nah, abolish your trash. Y'all scream no fascist USA while causing the jam, harassing the heroes who protect from the scam, calling for blood when your side's in the wrong, then play the victim when the heat comes along. Overweight activists jumping on cars, megaphones blaring, queer folks dancing the taser. Their safe space is scaring. Back in Venezuelan thugs and molesters galore, pretending you're saints, what a hypocritical bore. Over 1,000 events, what a massive waste. Tiny towns full of trust fund kids, all red face or scripts in pocket, following the herd, chanting ICE must go like it's the magic word. Ignoring the criminals, the rapists they cage, while y'all rage irrational, turning the page. From evil parallel realms where truth's locked away, unrealistic dreams in your woke display. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this protest a total no-go. Woke weirdos, blue hairs, freaks in the snow. Go! Banging pots, blowing whistles, honking like fools, while law and order enforces the rules. Frog suits, lawn chairs, upside down rags in the breeze. Your whole damn movement's a disease. Waste of time, waste of life, waste of everybody's night. Get a real job, dipsticks, or just fade from sight. Hypocrites hollering for freedom they hate, backing dictators while sealing our fate. No kings one day, then free Maduro the next. Your brains must be twisted, completely perplexed. Gaze
Alex,
chasing
thank
hammers
you.
where they meet their end. Illogical love for the enemy friend. Strange woke warriors from universes askew. Truth has no home, it's banished from you. So here's to you, anti-law and order crew. Keep wasting your weekends, we've got better to do. Your absurdity's epic, your hypocrisy grand. 6 minutes of sex, now disband. Stay woke, weirdos, or better yet, wake up for real. Law and order prevails. That's the deal.
Guys, guess that's going to be it there. Hello everybody and welcome. My name's Ian, this is StarShip Adventures, and I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, this one's not going to have the staying power that the last one had. I came home, got home about maybe an hour and 20 minutes ago, came in, sat down, started looking through things, and I can't find anything. What you see up top there, and not just duplicated. So I really only have one shot for you guys right now that's split into two, and that's it. That's all I have. So I'm in a little bit of a loss as to what's going on right now, other than I guess it's just over for now. So I don't know. Anyway, back to the grid. This is Starship Adventures. My name's Ian. Thank you, everybody, for coming in tonight. And thank you to our new viewers that we met over the last week during all of this mess that we were covering here. But that's okay, because you know what? When we cover stuff like this, it allows us to meet new people, and that's great, because that's what we want to do, is increase the number of people that know that we're out here anyway. So, all right. So my name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures, and I'm broadcasting live tonight from Starship Studios in Southwest Florida. And we are worldwide on YouTube, the world's largest broadcast platform. And I never went back and double checked something, so let me check something. All right, how does this sound now? Check 1, 2, 3. Can you guys give me a sound test? Sound test 1, 2, 3. If this sounds okay, we're gonna stay right here. All right. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of them have to work. I get that. I mean, yeah, okay, I get it. A lot of us have to work. And so I think that's why they tend to peak in Thursday, Friday they get bigger, and then of course Saturday and Sunday are the two big days. Sunday night being the short night, that makes sense also. So it all makes sense that some of these people have jobs. Anyway, so I got some stuff. I got all kinds of stuff to talk about tonight. It's I don't normally have paper, but I wanted to be so sure that I covered this that I literally printed it out, because I just wanted to make sure that I covered this. Anyway, you guys, you know, we've been dealing with this thing with Tampon Tim and the fraud that's going on out there, you know, and we're going to get to science. We're going to I'm not going to spend all night on politics. There's not a lot going on. We're going to be doing graphic stuff. We're going to be looking at the weather, which it's pretty quiet. We're going to look at space weather. We're going to do all the normal stuff. We're going to talk about Kilauea, which is erupting right now in Hawaii. So stay with us. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up. But in the meantime, I do want to mention this real quick here. Sound is better. Good. Okay, very good. Welcome in, everybody. Galaxy, Eric Jr., Jungle, thank you guys all for coming in. Dehydrated Water, welcome back. And let's see, Dark Waters, 757, thank you for being here. Tyler Foss, thank you for being here. Is it Blue Rise? Thank you for being here. And I love seeing a bunch of new folks in tonight. Awkward Wand, thank you for being here. And Matt and Cool, a lot of times I just say the first word, it's easier. Incognita Labs, thank you for being here. Everybody, we got lots of folks in tonight. Sarah, yeah, so thank you, everybody. On the Move with Ketron. All right, so there we go. Lots of folks in tonight. Thank you, everybody, for being here. All right, the first thing I wanted to talk about real quick, and by the way, my guys out there, anybody out there, if you find links to videos, especially on YouTube, send them to me, and I'll put them up. But right now, this is what we have. There is no more videos to put up. And so I don't, at this point, I don't know what to do other than every 10 or 15 minutes, just go back here and check and see if there's any new, anyone else is going live. It's hard for me to take videos from 4 or 5 different platforms at one time. So anyway, hey, CQ, what's up, Don? How's it going? Doing good. I worked some FT4 this morning, or, you know, late morning, and I made some contacts. I think 1 or 2 was international. 20 was okay. I've got a huge noise floor here, but as you know, FT8 works through a noise floor, so I was able to work some this morning. I brought my radio back in. It's in here now. I'm using my 710 in here and out in the car. I like my big 756 Pro 2, but it doesn't have the waterfall. And so because of that, even though the other one has a little bit smaller screen, it has that beautiful waterfall. And so I bring it in. All right, so you guys remember Tampon was talking about, he was talking about how he, you know, he doesn't believe that
that that woman getting shot was justified, and he stood against it. You know, he felt that the cop was wrong because obviously it's a federal cop and Trump's the president, so the cop was wrong, right? That's what Tim Walz said. I even think I have the audio
I
here.
also was on the ticket, quite honestly.
Oh no, that's something different. But anyway, the point is Tim Walz has come out openly in the last 3 days and said that this was a travesty, that the ICE person should be the ICE agent, the police officer should be prosecuted, and he's gone on and on. So I just wanted to bring this up. Back in July 23 of 2020, Governor Tim Walz signed the Minnesota Police Accountability Act into law during a special legislative session following the death of George Floyd. Remember that? The bill amended Minnesota Statute 609/066, which governs the authorized use of deadly force by peace officers. The amendment updated the standards for which when deadly force can be justified, emphasizing that it must be objectively reasonable based on the totality of the circumstances and necessary to protect against death or great bodily harm. While the statute does not implicitly mention vehicles or acceleration, the described scenario where the driver accelerates towards the officer could qualify as creating an imminent threat of death or bodily harm. So he signed into law a law that actually says basically that. Under subdivision 2, the law specifies that a threat must be one that that the officer can articulate with specificity that the threat existed. She was running at him with a car. It's reasonably likely to occur absent action by the officer. So in other words, if nothing happened, if the officer wasn't able to get out of the way, if the bullet didn't, change what was going on in the car or anything like that, what would have happened? Well, the officer would have been run completely over and probably killed. Okay, so therefore that justifies the action. Must be addressed through deadly force without reasonable delay. The law states that. Tampon Tim signed this law, and when I saw this, we did this earlier on the show, and Trace, this is actually, truth is, this is Trey's show notes. I was like, I'm like, give me that when you're done, because I'm taking it home with me, because it is so exactly what's going on right now. I couldn't stand it anymore. So I wanted to just share that with you guys, that not only is Tampon Tim all full of shit when it comes to who's at fault for this this situation, but Tampon Tim, he's having a hard time right now staying afloat. I mean, even his own party don't like him no more. I mean, his office is filling up with tampons and he can hardly breathe. It's terrible. He's learning how to swim in tampons. Yeah, he's not doing good. That's Tampon Tim. According to the law, this means officers are not required to wait for actual impact or being struck by the vehicle. If they reasonably believe that the threat meets the criteria, deadly force can be used. Prior to the 2020 amendment, the statute already allowed for deadly force to protect against apparent death or bodily harm, but the update added more precise requirements around reasonableness and imminence, alleging it closer to federal standards while incorporating reforms amid reducing excessive force amongst police. This provision has been referenced in recent decisions about police shootings involving vehicles, and in these cases, this does apply to vehicles as a deadly weapon. So I'll probably revisit that towards the end of the show, but this is our Tampon Tim Minute here, and I like to do that. Everybody, the co-host is here. Thanks for coming in tonight, Mama Kitty. She has made it into the studio, so there you go. We are watching Hawaii's Kilauea. I'm going to do an update on that in just a little while. We're also going to do a space weather update as well. There's not a whole lot going on, but we will talk about what's going on out there in the space weather environment. For the second time in a week, a significant coronal mass ejection is billowed away from the far side of the sun. The latest appeared during the early hours of January 12th, followed by an M3.3 class flare just behind the sun's eastern limb. These events are connected. An actively flaring sunspot group is about to emerge around the side of the sun as the sun rotates towards Earth. And that's just going to be later this week. So it's been kind of quiet. Actually, here, let me put this up so you guys can see it. There we go. It's been kind of quiet. That's a great aurora that they caught the other day. But it's about to get busier. I do think we are going to have some solar flare activity and things like that. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. We are covering the protesting, if we can find any. The top middle screen is what we have right now. Okay, that's literally what we have right now. Someone is compositing that off of social media, off of like Facebook and TikTok and things like that, and that's the only views we have right now. As more come on, you guys can let me know, and I would be glad to put them up. I am looking to fill that one hole right now. It's one of those things right now. We've got a situation where I think they're played out. Let me tell you guys something. Regardless of what side you're on, look at it this way. These people stood out in below freezing temperature. Now I know they're Minnesotans. They're tough when it comes to cold. I get it. But they stood out in that crap at 10 degrees with a wind chill of -2 and protested. I give them credit for that. And I also respect free speech in any form, whether I agree with the speech or not. And so I that's if there was any shining light on this, I give them credit for their tenacity. They went out there and they did it. They did it in a snowstorm. They did it. They didn't give a shit. And you got to give them credit for that. Really, I mean, come on. All right, let me see what you guys are talking about in chat. They're weekend warriors, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there is protesting. There is some. Obviously, you can see in the top screen there, those are live. I know the person putting that out, and he like I am pretty careful about only putting out things that are truly live, or at least telling you that we're pretty sure it's live or it might not be live. If something I think is not live, I won't put it out. I won't do it. Or I will put a little earlier tab on it, and that way you can tell that it is not live, because I don't ever want to misrepresent. Here, let me reframe that a little bit. There we go. I don't ever want to misrepresent something as being live that's not live. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I couldn't believe how that went. Yeah, there was some ridiculous statements. This from the lieutenant governor. Oh, hold on. Let me turn the volume up. That helps.
Law and order
Oh
win.
my God, it's still playing music over here. What are you doing? Hold on just a second. I gotta reset the audio. You guys know it's Windows, right? As soon as I start a broadcast, I have to go reset all the audio stuff. All right, here we go. What are we on? C? Cable C. There we go. Let's see if this works. There we go. That's the Tampon Tim sound effect. The more you know. All right, so here we go. Here's our clips. This is the Minnesota governor, Peggy Flanagan, and she's talking to her constituents about it.
Our neighbors are being disappeared. P.S. Without due process, it is just called kidnapping. Then show up and use your voice. Put your body on the line.
So she called for this weekend. I just putting it out there. She called for this weekend. She wanted this to happen. And You know, she's not the only one. Let's see, I had another one here. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, the point is
if they are saying that he has 10 years on service and is trained, he should know that you shouldn't be trying to get in front of a moving car. And
that's Ilhan Omar. What do you think she's meaning there? She forgot who she was talking about. I want you guys to listen to this again. This is Ilhan Omar. You know her. She's a member of the squad. And there's all kinds of accusations on her, but I'll leave that alone for right now. She's telling the story. There's just no way someone can, and she gives the wrong side of the story. It's hilarious. Here it is again.
if they are saying that he has 10 years on service and is trained, he should know that you shouldn't be trying to get in front of a moving car. And
I mean, what is she trying to say there? When he got in front of the car wasn't moving. I mean, he was circling the vehicle. It's not like he ran out in front of the car and said, stop. He was circling the car with the camera taking the picture. She gunned it while he was still in front of the car. It's so obvious. So, again, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's a lawmaker, but she could not describe to you the use of force continuum or describe to you the elements of what makes something deadly force or whatever. She could not possibly explain any of those things. She's just crazy. And you think she's crazy. How about this one?
You shot her because she was queer. He shot her because she was queer. You can see so clearly. I didn't think that it was like that before, but when you see the footage, he shot her because she was queer. And you voted for this.
Now, what she's alleging, I guess, is that the officer come around the front and somehow saw she was a lesbian or assumed she was a lesbian, and so that's why he decided to shoot her. Is that what she's saying? I'm losing track here. That one freaks me out because no one even mentioned her sexuality in this whole situation. No one cared about her sexuality. No one gave two shits about her sexuality. But for some reason, these people are interjecting the fact that she was a woman that had a husband and a child, and then at some point in her life left the husband and went and became bisexual or a lesbian. I don't know. It's none of my business. I don't care. But the point is, why are they interjecting it in there? It didn't matter to me. Does it matter to you? What does it matter? Okay? She's a crazy white woman. She's driving through the police. That's crazy to me. That's nuts. I don't understand that one. Maybe someone can explain. He had no idea who she was. I don't know, whatever. Oh my God. That one freaked me out. That one freaked me out. I'm like, what are you talking about, huh?
I shot her because she was queer.
Because she was queer?
He shot her because she was queer.
He shot her because she was trying to run him over. Or at least it appeared that way. Oh my God. These people are deranged. They're absolutely deranged. And that's why you get stuff like this. Just absolute... Calm down, blue hair. Calm down. It's okay, blue hair. Come out of the Prius.
It's okay. It's okay. Everything's okay.
Come on down. calm down, blue hair. What is going on, dude? She's that freaked out because Donald Trump's the president of the United States. What does she care? I mean, she don't work probably. She's out in her Prius, the one her mom bought her. I think sometimes they are like, I don't know about possessed as much as just a little bit maybe. I don't know. Listen to this.
This is what we're dealing with on the ground. All over. That's right.
This is a reporter trying to do a report, and this woman just walks up to him and starts screaming.
This is what we're dealing with on the ground. All over. That's right. Actually, I'm very respectful. And you're not respectful at all in any way. I just want to ask, do you believe in illegal immigration? Do you think U.S. taxpayers should be funding housing for illegals and medical care?
Smart man. He is so intelligent. This man, he's got nothing
Doesn't
to
she
say.
sound like all them people in our chat room last night?
I got a lot to say. All right, now.
And this is what goes on when a reporter... See, one thing people are like ignorant about is you don't abuse the media. You use the media. What is wrong with you? When they go out there, F-I, sta-ta-ta, F-I, sta-ta-ta, they're stupid. You want to know why? Because that'll never make it on television. If you want to be on television, don't. Here's some advice. I'll write another book. Here's some advice, okay? Advice for people who want their word to get out. Advice number 1. Don't interject the F word every 3 letters that you talk about. Because when you're like F this and F that, and the effing president came effing down and he F this and he F that, that can't go on TV. TV generally doesn't beep out bad words. They just don't use they don't use the verbiage at all. And so when you start cussing on a TV camera, you think you're being cool, you children, but you're not. What you're doing is you're rendering your work unusable. Okay? So, then the people in the background, F-ice, bloom, 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 F-ice, and then all their signs, F-U-C-K, F-U-C-K, everywhere on all their signs. I'm thinking, now I can't use the video. I mean, I work, now, look, granted, I'm not a reporter or an anchor. I'm a producer at a radio station, but we work in the building with a TV station. I've actually worked for the station in 3 or 4 different capacities, and I love TV, okay? I just love it. I love radio a little bit more. But I'm telling you, when we edit, when we go in there and we look at stuff, when they're going through things for a specific newscast, when they come across something, it's F-ice, F-ice. They don't want that. It'll just go right. They'll work it forward until they find something they could use. So why would they do that if they were intelligent at all? They wouldn't heckle the media. They would come up and say, I would like to be interviewed. I've been protesting here all day. And then when they say, okay, what do you want to say? Well, what I want to say is all these people are out here in the cold because this is very important. See, you can sound totally sane even if you're nuts. I just don't understand why they don't realize that the people that decide who's going to be president are the middle 20%. The middle 20%, okay? That's who decides. And they don't like crazy people. The left needs to realize this crazy shtick isn't working. And for a lot of these people, unfortunately, it's not shtick. Okay? It literally is how they live. Mama, I've got a mouse pad this long. You guys can kind of see it on the camera. It starts here and it goes all the way down under the camera down here. You want to know why? Because I have 2 mouses and I've got a cat. And that's how much room you need to have 2 mouses and a cat. Here, why don't you move over here a little bit, and I'll mouse over here. Okay, your tongue's hanging out. You see her tongue? You can see it on the camera. Look at that. Why don't you say hi, Mama? You never get up and say hi to the audience anymore. It's like you take them for granted. Say hi, Mom Katie. She don't care. She's climbing the ladder. She does that a lot. Or makes the donuts. It depends on her position. Anyway, this is StarShip Adventures. This is StarShip Studios in North Fort Myers. My name's Ian, and the show is called The Sights and Sounds of Earth. Welcome, everybody. We're talking about a little bit about the aftermath of this weekend's protests around the country. And luckily, it doesn't seem like there's that much going on tonight. So I've got up the sights and sounds of the world here, and we're kind of taking a tour around to see what it's like in all the other countries out there. And we're also keeping an eye on Fox Now. And we've got Hawaii's Kilauea volcano up, and it is spewing. Yeah, a nice fountain going. All right, and then in the middle up top, that is live to the best of my ability. We got three uprights there. That's what we have. I'm going to look again here real quick and see if I can find any more live views. I personally don't think there's a lot of protesting tonight. The longer I'm here and the more I look at this, I really just don't think there's a whole lot of protesting tonight. We're going to be able to get to some of the other things we do. I'm going to play some more of the music I've been making that's relevant to today's news. We may even get back into image generation just a little bit later on tonight if we have time. I do have some news items. We did talk a little bit of space weather a few minutes ago. There's a lot going on, but I'll tell you, I don't think, I really don't, I don't know what they're accomplishing. I don't. They stood out in the cold for days, and I just don't know what they accomplished. And if you remember what it actually sounded like out there is, oh wait, shit, I don't have that cut. Never mind, I don't have that cut. It's just drumming and screaming, and you guys heard it all last night. I was going through all the different audio clips. Man, I brought a bunch of audio, sent a bunch of audio home, and I ended up missing a couple things I really wanted to play. But that's okay. All right, so let's just mention Tim Walz one more time.
But I also was on the ticket, quite honestly, because I could code talk to white guys watching football, fixing their truck, doing that I could put them at ease. I was the permission structure to say, look, you can do this and vote for this.
Look, it's not law-abiding citizens. If that were the case, there's a lot of white men should be holding a lot of white men accountable for the crimes that they have committed. And, for every crime, which of course the majority being committed by white men, asking us to do more about that, I think it's crime in general.
That's him talking away the Somali part of all of the corruption that's going on in Minnesota. And this, a shot here of the Minnesota governor's office where he's learning how to swim. Tampon Tim, there you go. What are you going to do? I don't know. He is in a mess right now. He's already said he's not going to run. He said, yeah, I'm not going to run. I've decided I'm not going to run. But now we need to get him to quit. Where's Nick? Where's Nick Shirley? We need to get him back. I know he's actually still working. I've been checking his channel. I subscribed. StarShip Adventures is subscribed to Nick Shirley. I like his work. I think he's a great guy. And I now follow his work. So, yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see. Pope Leo criticizes the Western woke ideology as Christians suffer worldwide. Well, there you go. Holy shit, what's this one about? Astounding. All right, let's check this real quick. As you guys know, I cover a lot of different things here. And we do news, we do science, we do it all. There's no severe weather tonight. Obviously no hurricanes, nothing like that. Oregon. You guys know Oregon? The place that holds Portland? Oregon, the place where there was a demilitarized zone for like 9 months. Portland, a place where people just are crazy all the time. Oregon election system faces scrutiny as state moves to address 100,000 inactive voters still on the roll. They call it astounding. Oregon has faced multiple lawsuits in recent months over its voter rolls. They let people stay. They're finding people on these voter rolls that are 120 years old, and they voted 3 years ago. This is bullshit. We got to fix this. I don't want to nationalize the elections. I really don't. But you guys tell me, what do we do? What do we do when you got douchebag leftist states that, oh, you don't need ID to vote? In fact, Gavin Newsom's making it to where you're not allowed to ask for ID to vote. We must have some national standards. If you're voting for a national office like president in your election, you have to meet some national standards now. I think those standards need to be brought up. There must be ID, government picture ID that can be verified. It must exist in order to vote. That we must have that. And we've also got to start purging these rolls. Look, if I have to go every decade and re-sign up online or whatever, I'll do it. I don't care. We've got to stop. We've got to stop 119-year-old corpses from voting for Democrats. That's what we really need to do. And how are we ever going to do this? Because if Oregon, I guarantee you 80% of their election offices are run by Democrats. They're employed Democrats. Everybody's a Democrat. And they fix the elections. That's why when California closes the polls, you ever wonder why Florida, the polls close an hour later? Here's our numbers, thank you. How come Florida can do that? California, the inland counties of California, took over a week to get the vote for some of them areas. Why? Because they're red areas. They had to come up with enough votes. Look at it. Anytime there's a delay in the vote, you got to watch for that. You know, I'm not the first one that's always talking about throwing elections and this and that, but we have to get control over it. We can't fix the past. And I kept telling people, you can't fix the past. We have to fix the future. We have to look towards the future. We have to elect the people that are going to go in there and fix this voting system from a federal and a state level. And that's what has to happen. I think some of that's being addressed. I don't think it's being taken care of quick enough. We've got another election coming up in less than a year now. The midterms coming up in 10 months, 11 months, 10 months now. And I think that we really need to make sure that we're going to get an election where we have enough people that are, enough integrity in that election that we have a good, valid vote. And if the Democrats and the Republicans are all sick of hearing, thank Mental Music, thank you for coming in. I got the alert sound turned off. Let me turn that back on. Metal Music from Acres. Something. Anyway, thank you. Sorry, Metal Music. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate the subscribe. There's not much to watch tonight on the screens, but we are still here doing the news as we always do. So anyway, what 800,000 people still on the voting rolls? In what world is this okay? Is this the alternate universe? I always want to ask these people, does your Mr. Spock have a beard? Because this is like the alternate universe here. 800,000 inactive voter records. State officials estimate roughly 160,000 registrations fall into this category and should have been removed each year. What are we doing? And all these old voter rolls that are still active, these people are using them to cast fake votes. You used to live next to a guy named John Robert Smith, okay? And so he's dead. So you can now, you can, if you're a guy, you can walk in there and you can say, I'm John whatever I just said, Smith, and I want to vote. And they'll let you vote. And you can go in and vote every year for Smith, and then you can go back later and vote for yourself. And that's how a lot of this fraud happens. It's important that we keep the voter rolls as tight as we possibly can. And the reason why we keep finding these sloppy ass, loose ass voter rolls in all these blue states is because it's one of about 10 or 15 different fraud mechanisms that are available out there. And if we can do a little bit of this, we've got girls that work in a nursing home overnight that take all the votes that came in, they send off for mail-in ballots for everybody in their nursing home. And then one night when they all come in, they all sit there and fill them all out and sign them and send them all back. That's nursing home voter fraud, and that's been going on a lot, especially in blue states, because it's a lot less verification. We've got to get this problem under control. These states that are going to all mail-in ballots, it's just simply another way to make the fraud that much easier. Every time they change something, if you look at why they're changing it, the left, it's going to be to make it easier. We don't want ID. Why would you not want ID? You need an ID to fly, cash a check, sign a contract. You need an ID to get something notarized. You need an ID for so many things. But yet, we can't have an ID to vote? I don't understand that. And they're like, well, it makes it not fair for black folks. And I'm like, why is that? They can get IDs just as easy as me. I don't understand that. And the closer to an urban center you live, the closer you are to those resources. So I don't understand that at all. So we've got to push for these kind of things, and we've got to get this election crap under control. And between the remandering of the congressional districts, and between all of the people moving to red states from blue states, with the congressional reshuffle coming up in 5 years with the top of the decade census, we've got all this stuff coming up. There's going to be some fairly big shifts in power coming up in the next 5 years, not to mention the elections. Yes. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of those very liberal voting laws. And see, when I talk about liberal voting laws, I want you to understand something. I believe that if you're a felon and you stole something, and you've paid restitution, and we've allowed 5 years or 10 years to pass to make sure that there's not going to be a reoffender, I'm fine with people getting their voting rights back. I'm perfectly okay with that. I think to totally wreck somebody for life over a single bad decision, I think sometimes is a bit much. And I think things like getting your record expunged for jobs and things like that, and also being able to vote again, I think, and now carrying a gun, we can talk about that all day long some other time. But the first two things, voting, getting your rights back for that, I am all for someone that's gotten out, they've paid their restitution, they've paid their fines, they've paid their court costs, they've waited 5 or 10 years, whatever the period of time is we decide, for a reoffender assurance, and then I think they should get their rights to vote back. Abso-freaking-lutely. Because you know what? We're humans. We're here 70 or 80 years. All right? And this is the only life that we get that we're 100% aware of. I understand. I believe in reincarnation. I also believe in Christ. And so I'm fairly sure something good's going to happen. But what if this was your only life? And you take somebody that made a bad decision when they were 19 years old out with their friends one night, and you turn it into an entire life that's just absolutely ruined with this blotch and this mugshot that's on every website. It sucks. It's just a sucky thing. Hey, Katie. And this comes from a man. I used to be a cop years ago, and I'm retired from the fire service, and I have no criminal record. I've never been arrested. So it's one of those kind of things. I feel strongly that punishment should be swift, and it should be direct, and it should be harsh. But I also believe that redemption should be possible. And that's all I'm saying. All right, so John, what are you even talking about? It's oh my God. Trust me, it's not Schadenfreude, okay? Most people probably don't even know what that means. Schadenfreude is a word in German that does not have a translation in English, and it means to take joy in someone else's pain. Why would the Germans need that word? I don't know, but they got one. Oh, God. There we go. Maybe someone can explain to me why women's lib started in the 60s and women fought for decades. 6 decades women have been fighting to have equal rights at jobs and equal rights to votes and equal rights at pay and equal, even the keep spamming, we just delete it. Women want equal rights, they want equal rights, and they've got it. Women have it made right now, just like men. Everybody can do whatever you want. You can go as high as you want. Some places being a woman gives you an advantage now even. So what's the problem, right? What's the problem? Well, the problem is you fought for 60 years for women's lib, and now these same women, these same 60-year-old white activist women that are out here protesting are 100% fine with men joining up in women's sports. How can you be for women's lib your whole life? You know, running down the street, shedding your bra, the whole thing. Triumph after triumph. Women are now equal. I think it's an amazing thing. And then you let crap like this happen? How can you let something like this happen, women? I've been saying this for a while. This fight about the men and women's sports, y'all need to step up. I'm stepping up. I say it's bullshit. I say it's bullshit from top to bottom. But y'all need to step up. Why are the women not stepping up? Where are all the women that were running down the road with their bras over their head? Where are all the women that were protesting places because they wouldn't hire women? Where's all the women that sued Hooters because they had to wear those nice little shorts? Where's all these women that fought corporate America over salaries and benefits? They were so strong. They did such a great thing. They brought equality to everybody. Something that still doesn't happen in parts of the world. There's still parts of the world where if you're a woman, you can't work, you can't drive, and you still got to wear a sheet over your head. All right? Women got it made here because they worked hard to get there. They worked their ass off to get there. And now they're just pissing it all away with this women's sports thing. How can they stand for mothers with daughters? How can you stand for this? I want to know. I mean, if I had a daughter that was 17 years old and in high school, and I found out there's 3 boys that are on her volleyball team and they're showering in the same room, I would come unglued. What are we doing? How can women have come so far to allow... Are they scared of this woke bullshit? Are they scared of the whole DEI thing? Are they scared of the backlash that people get when they go against this whole thing that we got going on right now? Is that what's going to happen? I'm going to keep fighting this fight. We all are. But women, please, you've got to be the spear on this one. You should be the tip of the spear on this one. Don't let 60 years of beautiful women's rights liberation fights go to shit in a handbasket, okay? Don't, please. My God. You should be outraged. And we're starting to get some of it reversed. It's starting to reverse. Some of it's going away. There's even places now that are restoring the old medals and restoring the old records and taking shit back that shouldn't belong to chicks with dicks or whatever you want to call them. Hey, Heath, what's up, buddy? Listen, I got my vacation approved. I will be up in 11 days. I'll come over and see you one day. We'll go do some POTA. Woman, hear me roar. Yeah, I mean, come on. Roar at this. This is the biggest threat to women's liberation ever. They're letting men beat women up in sports. What the hell? Yeah. Yeah. Sticka, there is some truth to some of that, but I don't like to speak for everybody. Yeah. Good old, again, I can agree with some of that, but not, I don't think that's the majority. This is all politically gay. Okay. Oh. Galaxy, I don't know. All I want is them to please just get in this fight. Women, get in this fight. That's all I'm saying. Just get in this fight. We gotta shut this down. You know, aliens fly by all the time out there, but they watch our TV as they're going by, and they're like, I am not stopping at that dump. That place is a dump. My goodness. All right. All that because of Oregon's 800,000 people that are dead that are still on their election rolls. Whew. Yeah, and they're finding all these clips of all these Democrats from 15 years ago saying that we got to take out Maduro, we got to get this guy, we got to bring him to justice, and now they're all eating their words. They're good at that, aren't they? Heath, we would be welcomed back there. I've had 2 conversations with the U.S. Park Service manager for that entire property, and he's a great guy. He followed up with me about a week later, and we talked again for a while. And he's a really nice guy, and he's told me that everything had been resolved and that she had been retrained, and that she's actually a really good person. She was having a really bad day, some other things that happened. It was one of those things. I told the story on here several times, and I don't want to tell it tonight. But we were doing POTA in a U.S. park, and we had this raging woman come on, just yelling at us, and I don't take well to that. I don't, because I'm paying that woman's salary. I just paid to get in the gate to come in here, and you're yelling at me. There's nowhere to park. We drove all the way to the back and all the way to the front. There's nowhere to park. Anyway, it was one of those kind of things. And I filed a formal complaint on her, and I found the Park Service reacted very quickly. I've been going to U.S. parks for, God, since I was born. My mom and dad took me to U.S. parks my first year on Earth. I've been going to them my whole life, and I think that's the only time I ever ran into to someone who was being a real jerk that wore a park uniform. So, and like the guy told me, he goes, "You'll probably never run into it again," and I'm like, well, "That'll be fine with me." Anyway, yeah, so we could go back there. I would love to go back there. That's fine. Let's do it. And I won't go park in that spot just to be an ass. We'll be nice. We'll play by all the rules. Okay. Yes, that it's erupting now. That is a fact. Yes. Yep. To my knowledge, that is live. I sourced it. It's the one I normally use, and it's normally live. I'm going to go ahead and take just a minute here, so I'm going to be a little spacey for a second. I'm going to see if I can find any of these cams coming up tonight. we've got to. I personally just don't think there's a lot of protesting going on tonight. That's my gut feeling. These guys remember this whole thing was Thursday, so we had Thursday night a little bit, Friday night a lot, Saturday all day, all night, late, and then but Friday night they went really late. Saturday they went kind of late. Sunday night it rolled up. It rolled up about midnight. Yes, I'm glad women have equal rights too. And I actually believe 100% that both sexes have strengths and weaknesses and they should be treated equally. I've met women that can pick me up over their head and throw me on the ground and kill me. You know, it just is what it is. But when we start generally speaking, they are two different things. But there's no reason not to treat them the same. That's what I never really understood that. Some of the smartest people I've ever met were female. I've had female bosses. I've had owners of companies I've worked for that were female. I get along great with women. So I don't have an issue with that. I was never one of these people that was against women's liberation in any way. I always never could understand it. Of course, I still can't understand Jew hate either. There's certain things in this world I'll never quite understand with humans. And, well, these are all some of them. Anyway, there isn't a lot of protesters. The upper center screen is the only thing I can find. I'm looking right now, actually. This is all the spoofs. Hook Global, Mint, CNN News 18, Hook Global, Times Global, the Daily Guardian, Hook Global. These are all the spoofs. Times Now, Hindustan Times, Yo-Yo TV, Mint, Hook Global, News 18, Hook Global, Times of India. This one I got up here is called Human Dilemma, and it's the only, he's got 3 feeds he's trying to keep up off of TikTok or whatever. He's not, and the problem is the feeds he's got are shitty, and there's nothing going on. There's like 20 people out there, and half of those are probably YouTubers. I've been watching these protests for weeks, and I'm telling you something. The Portland one, every night. Oh, look, we're out at the protest. We're out at the protest. What I realized was there's 15 guys there. Okay, there's 15 guys. 11 of them are YouTubers. A couple of them are just watching, and the other 2 guys are MAGA people that are there to give them a hard time. And so, is that a protest? There's literally more YouTubers there. There was no local media. There was a bunch of YouTubers there, and there was 2 or 3 people that were angry with signs, and that was it. There was 3 guys out there. It was a weird night. It was kind of weird. And some nights there would be 6 or 8 women that would screech for a while, and then they would get in their Prius and go home. But I don't, you know, it's been weird. Then of course the shooting happened. And then that's been a big mess. And I love how the left spins it that she was a pinnacle of just awesomeness. She was literally like an angel incarnate. Everything was perfect. Everything's awesome. She's the best person that ever lived in the entire world. But then you look at the decisions she made that day, and then you listen to the other side talking about them burning some kid with cigarettes, taking her kids away, and I don't know what's true there. There's a lot of that going around, and I don't know what's true and what isn't. But I just find it funny. And then the same thing with the ICE agent. He's been with us 10 years. He's a great guy. He's received all the training. He did exactly what we expected him to do. You listen to the other side. He's a murderer. He needs to be completely taken off the face of the earth, blasted to the moon, and left there with no air. It's just absolutely crazy when you listen to the difference, you know? But there's one fundamental difference between the left side and the right side on this shooting. And the people on the right are the ones that are right on this one, specifically because we're like, look, his policy and his training said to do that, and he did it. She made every bad decision, every single bad decision that day. She made the decision to get up and put her shoes on. That's where it started. You know, she made the decision to pack 2 sandwiches and load the dog in the car. She made the decision. I mean, I'm just telling you, every decision she made that day led her one step closer to the end of her life. And she ultimately chose to cross the line. She ultimately chose to interject her vehicle in front of a police convoy that was leaving the area because of problems they were having. She's the one that prevented the escape of them and any prisoners they might have had. She's the one that was given command after command after command, and she did not follow those commands. And then she was the one that drove towards the police officer with her vehicle, ultimately striking him. And it caused what it caused. I'm sorry. I wish I could go like this and make her come back, because I don't want to see anybody die. But this was an incident of her own doing. And I don't know, when I hear people on the left just completely crazy, just completely nuts, talking about how the cop's a murderer and the woman is an angel. And I'm thinking, look, she broke about 5 laws before she got herself unalived. There's no way around that. That cop didn't make any bad decisions. He had people that were challenging them. They have no body cam, so he took out his phone and began to record the confrontation so that he would have evidence as to what happened. I don't blame him. If I was ICE, I wouldn't do anything but take a dump without a camera running. Are you kidding me? Well, William, unfortunately, you're correct. I hate to see that, but it is what happens. Heath, maybe, I don't know. I know for right now she's one of their martyrs, but you're right. It probably won't last. Ooh, look at Lapland. We're starting to get some color up there. That's Lapland right now. That's way up in the north. And you could actually see the northern lights starting up there. We're starting to get some aurora borealis. And here's a little piece for you. If they're in the south, they're called aurora australis. And if they're on the poles, they're aurora borealis or whatever. So there you go. There's actually 3 different kinds of auroras. Anyway, if you... Well, look, you know, the reason everybody's always saying, why can't the Republicans and Democrats just get along, right? The old Rodney King thing, can't we all just get along? I agree. I would love to see us all get along. Are you kidding? I would love it. Let's all get along. Where do you compromise when they want to change our entire country and I want to change nothing? Where do you compromise? Where does the compromise lie? Halfway between here and socialism? Halfway between here and communism? I mean, where, you see what I'm saying? When I'm talking about my country, I like it the way it is. So any compromise I make is ruining what I love, my country, because I love it the way it is. That's the problem. These people want to change the country. In the words of Barack Obama, I want to fundamentally change the country. That's what he said. He wants to fundamentally change the country. He said that over and over again. That was one of his talking points. Why did he say that? Because that's what the Democrats want to do. They want to change the country. They want to change it into a socialist republic. They want to change it into some kind of commie light. But as we know, socialism doesn't stay nice and communism doesn't stay light. They think that we would be better off using the same social system that all these failed governments have used over the years. That shows you how smart these people are. They literally want to try a form of government that's never actually worked. That's like buying a product from a guy. Hey, I'm selling widgets. But hey, none of these widgets actually cut anything. They don't work. But I'm still selling them. I'd love for you to buy them. I mean, it's just, where do we go? It's ridiculous. Anyway, it's just absolutely ridiculous on its face. Anyway, let's keep looking here. Let's see if we got anything else here I want to go through real quick. You know, there was the guy in the U-Haul that drove through the crowd. Luckily, not a lot of people were hurt. I'm waiting to hear some more information on that. Oh, what are we doing? What's with this website? Oh. LA protesters swarm a U-Haul truck that drove through an anti-Iranian regime gathering. The driver was arrested. Kalor Madenshit, 48, was charged with reckless driving by the LAPD. The driver of the U-Haul truck that drove through protesters demonstrating against the Iranian regime in Los Angeles on Sunday was arrested after he was attacked with flagpoles until police arrived to take him into custody. Well, you know what? And here's the other thing. I don't care if they're Iranians or what they are. If you've got a guy driving into your protest with a U-Haul truck, yeah, I'll attack him with whatever I got in my hand. That kind of happens. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can get this video up for you guys for just a second. Let me see here. Oh, for God's sake.
I wasn't too disabled.
I got a little bit
point.
of fumble fingers tonight or something. I literally keep clicking the wrong things. Okay, here we go. Okay, that'll come on here in just a second. This dude, he was 48 years old. He was taken into custody. One member of the crowd climbed onto the truck and stomped out the windshield. I do have some video for you. I'm going to show you now. Here it goes. Says one person was also seen tearing down a banner on the side of the truck that read in all capital letters, "No Shosh, no regime, USA, don't repeat, 1953, no mullah." So it sounds like it could be Muslim on Muslim violence even. I don't know. As the driver tried to exit the truck through the driver's door, the crowd could be seen pushing the door closed. Police eventually made their way through the swarm of people and took the man inside the truck into custody. The incident occurred at 3:30 p.m. Sunday. We carried this live as it was happening along Veterans Avenue near the Federal Building in Westwood neighborhood, according to the police. At the time, one person was confirmed struck by a vehicle, an adult male. However, no significant injuries were reported. That's good news for everybody involved, you know, even the guy that drove the truck. He's like, thank God nobody was killed or seriously hurt. And U-Haul. I feel bad for U-Haul on something like this. They had no idea. You know what I mean? You know, when they rent a Home Depot truck and run it into a crowd, I feel bad for Home Depot. Because that's just bullshit, negative publicity. They don't, and I hope most people are smart enough to say, you know, this is obviously in no way Home Depot's fault, or in no way U-Haul or Ryder Truck's fault. This just happens. And people are going to, every now and then someone's going to rent a truck from somebody and they're going to drive it through something. The truck was impounded, but nothing significant was discovered inside. Videos circulating on social media appeared to show the U-Haul truck moving quickly through the dense crowd as people screamed. In one video, a person appeared to hang on to the side of the vehicle and bang on the window as it continued moving. Looks like a headlight's missing on the truck. The left headlight assembly, the entire assembly's gone. And that's probably where they hit the one guy. And then the windshield smashed in. Some damage on the hood, but not a lot of damage to the U-Haul. It could have been a lot worse for them too. But I just hate to see shit like this. This is the new attack here, driving cars into crowds. This has kind of become the thing people are doing now. What a mess. Here, I'll turn up the natural sound for a minute. Yeah, this isn't overseas. This happened yesterday in California. In Los Angeles. In the city of Angels. Yep, say what you want, but this whole thing with Iran, man, it's, I think it's going to end up being, oh, what is this thing doing? There we go. Yeah, this one could have been a lot worse. This one definitely could have been a lot worse. So anyway, yeah, I wanted to mention that one tonight. Guys, I am looking actively. I'm looking for videos of what's going on out there. All I have is those 3 up top there, and those are being composited off of social media. That's all I have. And that police chief that started crying, I don't know, man. That whole thing. I'm not passing judgment yet, but I don't. Let me just leave it there, because I don't even know what to say about that. It really just kind of. Something's wrong with that guy. BG on the scene. Let me see if I can get that. Okay, yeah, he's live. Let's do this. Alright, good. And we might have a little bit of audio we can take here too. So let me... that's going to be the center one up there, but I'm going to go ahead and put it over in this left screen as well, because those over there will change, and I want to hear the audio. I want to hear what they're doing, what they're talking about. Let's pull that up. Yeah, there's no audio on that channel.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your experience on the inside there?
On the inside,
or even getting here.
Yeah, I mean, well, getting here, it's rather interesting because whoever is doing this, they have no operational discipline whatsoever. They were talking about all kinds of stuff while I was in the car.
This is outside the Bishop Henry Whipple Federal Building in Minnesota. I believe it's Minneapolis.
I'm letting y'all know. You can be armed. You can be armed. Make these cops think fucking twice if they want to come up on your car, alright? I'll let you know that.
They talk tough.
Oh, you got a second employee. Boo-hoo! Who's next? Let's figure something out. See? You got 2 employees lost because of your dumbasses. Sorry about that, but who cares? Look at that. There's a car coming right behind us. We're going to be careful. See, look. We're going to be careful.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice.
There you go. See? That's common respect. That's the common respect we lack in America.
I want him to come back.
Bring it back! We have common respect in America. It's not all men created equal for a reason. Oh, it is, actually. Let me check that out.
Hey, there's Pocahontas.
Says that. Well, you fabricated so much. So what happens to all the other people? Does that make any sense? All men are created equal.
Right.
It's
Well,
all people created equal.
And I'm gonna let me tell you guys something about the F-bomb. All right, it's just a word. They're not gonna stop saying it. It slips out of my mouth every now and then. It is the way people talk now. Okay, and we all have to change with the times. It's just the way people talk now. And I'm sorry, but that's the way I feel about it. Are they wrong? I don't know. It's free speech. They can say it if they want to say it. It only gives them power if we let it give them power. I don't care if people use it all day long. It just makes them look stupid to me. I think when people use it too much, it makes them look very stupid and very white trash and very, or whatever color trash. We all have trash. And yeah, I don't like it. I hate it. I almost wish I could just say, look, let's just all stop saying it. But you can't. It's going to be said. Everybody's going to say it. So the only way to deal with it is to literally stop worrying about it. Stop. It's just not a big deal. It's not. As you can see, there's what is there, 5 people out here, 10 people, 20 people? There's a few down on the one side there I can see, but those are probably all the YouTubers. That's what I said. You'll get 2 or 3 people out here performing, and everybody else is the YouTubers watching. See, there's one there. He's some kind of journalist. There's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 protesters, 6 protesters. What do we probably got here? All right, let's talk real. We've probably got about 60 people here. There they all are, 60 people. F ICE, that's the best thing they got. That's all they got.
Where are all your buddies who were jerking off in the fucking parking lot, huh? Where's the curtain?
People think that by using the F word over and over and over again, it's the same thing. You know what it is? It's the same thing in the chat. When they come in the chat and put capital letters and they put it in over and over and over and over, what it is they believe that their speech is more important than yours. That's what it comes down to. Send in the TP. That's an old reference to Mr. Whipple, the toilet paper guy. Yeah.
Hey, when was you kidnapped, bro? When was you kidnapped by Ice?
What's that?
When was you kidnapped by Ice?
Right out here.
Right out here?
Yeah, like 5 hours ago.
What they accuse you of?
They said I punched somebody.
That you punched somebody?
Yeah.
So how long was you in there?
I think it was about 5 hours. It was a long time. Yeah, once I got inside the building, it was whatever.
you in there? Did they feed you or anything?
What's that?
Did they feed you or anything?
We got a sandwich, yeah.
A sandwich? What do you
The
think?
conditions inside weren't that fun. It's just a bunch of bureaucrats. It's the agents that you have to fuck around with.
Did they let you make any calls to your loved ones or lawyers?
No. They let some people make calls, but they never got around to it. They made you wait like 3 or 4 hours before they let anybody get a call.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of ridiculous.
Was your eye like that before you went in, or?
How's my eye? Wait, which one?
Right there. It's like red around it.
I don't know.
Did they punch you? Did they hit you?
Well, I got hit a little bit when I was taken down, but yeah. Besides that, nothing.
Okay. What's your name again? Sam?
My name's Sam. Melanie.
Sam, nice to meet you. Sorry that happened to you. Good thing that you continue to be out here supporting the community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I mean, you have to be out here. It doesn't matter if you get sprayed. It doesn't matter if you get beat up. You have to be out here for your neighbors.
We appreciate you, Sam.
God
bless you.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, just how do you use this?
Together, and I love that. And I love everybody that's here. You're going to fucking prison. Out of downtown. You're going to fucking prison.
All right, I got a few more cameras that have come up here. I'm still looking.
Join us or move along, baby. We love you. We love you. Do we love you?
Everybody in there is going to be okay. Yeah, my son just got out. I'm trying to find out.
Do you know where 133rd Street is? Are you from here?
It was the 133rd plane hangar or something.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
Building 133?
She's got his location.
You got it? Yeah, I think it's going to be out here because this is the only other gate that I know of that they'd let people out. Unless they were being
They must
a
be
real
trying
big
to
asshole to
retrieve
your
their
brother for some
arrested
reason and let them
people,
out at the fucking
what it
back
sounds like.
freeway exit, which huh?
That's my stepdad right there. Oh. I think it's just Capone.
By the way, guy, real-time AI technology is coming soon that will be able to filter out bad words in real time. If we choose to use it, which I probably will just because I want to be friendly with everybody. But they're also working on being able to filter out any copyrighted music live and stuff like that too. So there's a lot of stuff going on. When I make my videos now, I'm using AI voice processing now, which takes all the background noise out and that kind of stuff. And that will be available and is becoming available now to an actually a live stream like this. So that's going to be really cool.
Which I can't figure out which direction it would be at. But the only two fucking entrances and exits are this one and that one.
Yep, there we go. All right, so I'm keeping this going here.
It's right here. That's what I'm thinking. It's the back way. I came in the other day from the back.
Oh shit! So he got out and walked the way.
Oh, maybe.
That's unless they wouldn't have dropped his ass off.
They probably released him.
They've been releasing people.
Yeah, they have. He must have went the other way though.
That's
so I think they're going the wrong way actually. Ma'am? Hey.
Roofta. That's heartbreaking.
Guys, I'm going to take 5 minutes and walk around a little bit. I'll be right back. Thanks for being with us, guys. This is StarShip Adventures. This is StarShip Adventures. My name is Ian. We're on here every night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We are covering the sights and sounds of Earth. We're watching a small demonstration in front of the ICE building in Portland right now on about 5 different screens. We're also watching Hawaii's Kilauea and the news as it happens right here on StarShip Adventures. We're going to continue our coverage. I'm going to take about a 5-minute break. Thank you for being here, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe. Thanks again to all my mods. Thank you for the hard work.
Oh shit, fireworks. I don't know if you guys just seen that, but now they're coming. I better smoke this before I can't. Have a good night, buddy. Nope, it's gonna be a wild one. Who did that?
They knew, yeah, they knew conglomerate, but they all got in the group and left to go pick up people. What's happening? I'm here to come from here, my weed. This motherfucker says, oh, let's smoke this thing. Sorry for anything, man. Sorry, guys, man. Fuck, are you still smoking too?
Always.
See what he's like rubbing it in my face. Dude, can I cash it or something? Like,
yeah, you can kill it.
Dude, I owe you so much.
I have a broken one that you could have, but I don't know where I put it.
I'm wearing gloves. Here, how about this? Give me another hand. You can hold that for 1 second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, I was totally giving you shit. You really didn't have to give that to me.
No, you're good.
Dude, what's your name?
Corey.
Hey guys, Corey here is letting me give. Just, I'm gonna hit one.
No, you can have it.
No, dude, I can't do that.
I got more. They're in the truck, but
dude,
my cat might be mad that I walked back there again. Okay.
Dude, seriously, you do this shit for a little bit, it's kind of nice to...
Just chill. Yeah, and that's what I figured with that firework going off. I better finish that because,
yeah.
This might be spicy here.
Those assholes who are... What do you got? What is it?
Another one on my dick. I don't know. I'll have to, when I go back, I'll have to get the brand off the package and tell you.
It's a treat.
Yeah. How many people you got on here? 47 people?
47. It is up in the...
And this is YouTube, right?
Yeah.
This is TikTok.
How are you doing? You're fucking right, dude.
I had like 1,300 when...
Here, I'm gonna... you got it? Good. All right, there you go.
I had about 1,300 when the gas went out that last time.
Way.
But I was standing right in the fucking middle of it like a boss. I hope you got video of that.
Dude. Yep.
Because I was in that shit. I looked on Fox 9 this morning. I looked at their video and I was like, bruh, I'm right in their newscast. You see my goofy ass?
You'll be on the news. You will be.
Again, yeah. I was yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you can't miss me.
I know. That's your high vis, man, right? That's what high vis is for.
Yep. Oh, yeah. They're coming up. Hold up. That's not a good picture.
You don't deserve to step foot in this building! Henry Whipple supported marginalized community!
Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate every single person that's in here.
Go read a book!
889. I can't even see. My eyes ain't working good enough for that. I actually really need to go in here. Holy fuck. I didn't realize how many popped up. Oh yeah. I kind of really need to take a leak, so I'm gonna quickly. Hey, bro, could you do me a favor? You gonna stand here for a minute? Just fucking hold that for a minute.
How long are you gonna be gone?
He muted because he's got to go piss on something.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah. Then GG and the stranger in the chat. Hello, babysitter. Oh, where is it? Yeah, hello, babysitter. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Hold on, let me get my front row seat. Like, share, follow. Thank you guys. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate it. Back to Disney. No, it's not back to Disney. Sorry, I'm shaking though because I am a little excited. Because remember, guys, I live for this shit. Thank you. Come on. Shit's getting real. Let's share this, guys. Can you guys share this out? Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Holy shit. Thank you. They are coming. They're building up their cavalry. They're making their strategy. I smell cattle. No, but there is a news agency here. Did you know did that white truck just pull up? Which is the SUV ready? Sure. That's a news truck. Yeah, they've been out here like only at night though. Only at night. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They just pulled up.
I got to tell you guys, I don't know how long I could stay out there with all that going on. Jeez. My Lord. I mean, do you think these cops give a shit? They don't.
No, it's too low. There's fucking 15 guys right there. 30 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
It's very common for the left to accuse you of everything they are and everything they're doing and everything they've ever did. That's the left. That's why 2 days before Tim Walz was announced as the running mate for Kamala Harris, just 2 days. Tim Walz was just before it came out. They suddenly started telling everybody that that J.D. Vance was weird. He was weird. And everybody kept using the word weird. And guess what we found out? It was the left. They had put it out as a talking point to tell everybody that J.D. Vance is weird because truthfully, he's like very not weird. He's a very standard, very mainstream, wonderful guy that just seems to appeal to everybody. And they wanted to make him seem weird. Why? 2 days later, at their convention, they announced Jazz Hands, and here he comes, Jazz Hands coming out, Tampon Tim, Jazz Hands, here he comes, coming out, and tampons flying everywhere. But everybody had one. The men all had tampons. That was what was really cool. In Timland, if you're somewhere and there's an emergency, like if you're in the state building in Minnesota and there's an emergency, tampons will fall from the ceiling. It's pretty cool. It's like on a plane. All right, and that's it. That stream just ended. So I'm now going to be starting to look for something else here. But that stream did definitely just end. Let me see if there's anything else coming up. As you can see, it's pretty much over with, but we'll see if we can stay with this here for a few more minutes. I normally go till 10. I'm already, I go to 11. So I got about 20 minutes coming up, but I'll probably go a little longer tonight. We got a great crowd in. I do appreciate everybody being here. We do this every night. And we also cover all the other things that are going on. Currently covering Hawaii's Kilauea volcano. Currently putting on a spectacular show there in the upper right corner. It's spraying a spectacular fountain of lava on Monday, keeping up its reputation as one of the world's most active volcanoes for over a year now. Kilauea has been regularly throwing out thousands of tons of molten rock and gas since it burst to life back in December 2024. Volcanologists with the U.S. Geological Survey said the incandescent lava was being hurled more than 1,500 feet, that's 460 meters, into the air with plumes of smoke. What are they screaming about? See, there's nothing wrong. They're just screaming. The eruptions such as this one tend to last around a day or so, the USGS said, but can still vent up to 100,000 tons of sulfur oxide. The gas reacts in the atmosphere to create a visible haze known as VOG, volcanic smog, which can cause respiratory and other problems. And planes cannot fly through this shit. It messes their engines up. Tiny slivers of volcanic gas known as Pele's hair are also being thrown into the air. And those named after Pele, a Hawaiian goddess of volcanoes, the strands can be very sharp and can cause irritation to the skin and eyes. The eruption poses no immediate danger to any human settlements, with the caldera having been closed to the public for almost 2 decades now. Kilauea has been, Carlotta, that comes in our show a lot, she's been in the caldera. She was was there just before they closed it off 20 years ago. It's one of 6 active volcanoes located in the Hawaiian Islands, which also includes Mauna Loa and the largest volcano in the world. Kilauea was much smaller than neighboring Mauna, but is far more active and regularly vows helicopter ride tourists. It wows the people that come tour it in helicopters. They bring you up in a helicopter and fly around it. Anyway, there you go. That's Mount Kilauea, and it is going. This is nothing crazy, though. It does this quite regularly, actually. It's kind of a thing up there.
What's that? I don't know where they went. They took off with them into the crowd.
And I got something here I want to bring up with my hams tonight. This is a cool thing that I found, and I found it by making a contact. I made a contact, and then I realized that I looked up the contact because it had it was a 3 call, or not a 3 call, but a 3 character call sign. And so I'm like, what's the deal with that? A 3 character call sign? That's got to be unique. Usually that's a club call, or it is an event call. They don't generally give the 3 calls to people. I guess sometimes they do, but not as much. And so I found this when I went to his QRZ page. I found this, and I'm going to put the link in so you guys can check it out yourself. But I've never heard of this. I've been a ham radio operator now for 6 or 7 years. I've never heard of this. You guys tell me if you've heard of this before. It's a ham award event, the record-breaking ham award event, the Worldwide Award, WWA. I've never heard of this before. And so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but I guess what I'm going to say is I'm going to put it in here for you guys. check it out. Let's figure it out together, because I don't even know exactly what it is yet. There's a lot of real-time data and a lot of really cool stuff on the website, so I thought, hey, I'll pass that along to everybody. Well, generally the ones that expose themselves by not wearing a mask or whatever are not the ones that are going to be doing the violent acts later on in the night. It looks like they have come out, and they are out now. I can only take so much screaming ass woman. I can only take so much of that. I can only take so much screaming ass anybody. It doesn't really mean, it doesn't have to be a woman. Anybody. It's like, I don't want to hear it no more. You're not dying, quit screaming. That screaming's for dying. That's generally what we're using it for. Yes, that's Pocahontas. And by the way, she is still 1/100,000th Native American Indian. I just wanted to put that out there for everybody. It's important. I think she's 0.0035 Native American. And so we would like to salute that this evening. She spoke so long now, she's already worked through everything she knows. She's a real dingbat. I don't know what her deal is. I can't believe she's still relevant. Yeah, this is becoming one of my favorite
But
clubs.
I also was on the ticket, quite honestly, you know, because I could code talk to white guys watching football, fixing their truck, doing that I could put them at ease. I was the permission structure to say, look, you can do this and vote for this.
Look, it's not law-abiding citizens. If that were the case, there's a lot of white men should be holding a lot of white men accountable for the crimes that they have committed. And, you know, for every crime, which of course the majority being committed by white men, asking us to do more about that, I think it's crime in general.
So there you go, guys. Tampon Tim, the amazing Tampon Tim there. And I think, you know, it's important that we all recognize Tampon Tim. Poor Tampon Tim. Almost makes you feel bad for him, don't it? Here's another cool clip.
If I continually see you following us, interfering with us, honking your horn, blocking our cars, you have a very high probability of making a really bad decision and being arrested today, okay?
I think I'm making exactly
I'm not.
the right decision.
Oh, then why are you giving her a warning? I'm giving her a warning to not interfere with what we're doing, to not make a bad decision today and ruin your life.
Whoa, bad
Okay,
decisions.
thank you.
That's funny coming from you.
Okay, alrighty. Thank you. Have a good day.
I hope you have a terrible day.
Okay, thank you. Hold on. Watch out, it's slippery. Watch out. Yeah, it's a lot.
So there you go. you know, they could immediately arrest these people and beat them up, and they're not doing that. I mean, I don't see that. They're being quite tolerant with these people, actually. You know, that's what I'm seeing. Here we go again.
Yeah, back up. Keep backing up. Because you're fucking afraid of us, you piece of fucking shit. You will pay for your hands. Fuck you. Look at the screen. You're going to hell, you pieces of shit. Back up.
2,000 people in here. Let's go. Come on, guys. Keep sharing this live. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody that's sharing.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Use the weapons that I fucking paid for on me.
I'll be really surprised if they don't go get red shirt right now.
I'm looking. I'm trying to find some new video, guys. Just give me a second here. They're just all spoof. They're all spoof videos. Every one of them.
Hey, what are you looking for? Sorry.
All right, boy. There's a lot of activity here, but there's not a lot of people involved. But they're getting frisky tonight. That's for sure.
All right, guys. They're gonna come do another one. Thanks, brother. You'll give me a face mask, so I'm gonna put it on. Hold up.
All right, for those just joining us, this is StarShip Adventures. We are live in North Fort Myers, Florida at StarShip Studios, where we are continuing to watch the protesting going on. It's a small group, but they are very active, and they're challenging police over and over again. Let's get back to the grid.
Hi. Oh, they're not mine anyway. I don't know whose those are, but sorry guys. It's gonna be dizzy for a second. That was cool. Oh shit. Nothing. They failed. Where's my ammo? Where's my ammo? Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you guys for tuning in. Nope, I still got it. I was gonna say, did I lose my fucking AirPod? Oh, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. I gotta get kind of a weird angle. I gotta fix my shoelaces untied. I'm gonna stop you up. Yeah, I'm gonna. You're gonna be down for a second.
Fucking coward, people! Fuck you! Fucking asshole! Howard pieces of shit!
Oh man.
Fucking asshole!
Fuck up! And fuck you!
Wow. Red coat made it out of that round again. Red coat made it out of another round. So whoever said whoever said red coat was going down next round, you were wrong. Come here behind that fence.
I'll be home.
He was probably out there attacking Cam Higbee last night and Nick Sorter. All right, there we go. I just got your email. Let me check it out.
Hey Shane, thanks for hitting that subscribe button. I appreciate it.
Hey, what's your name? Where you from? Why'd you sign up? Why'd you sign up? Why'd you sign up? No, what's your name? Take your mask off.
Here we go. Thank you. Now we got two camera angles.
So they are specifically not spraying me. Come on, guys, please
Their
like,
live
share,
went down. Perfect timing.
drop some comments.
Holy shit.
Send some stickers, please. Thank you.
No.
Well, we're showcasing something. What I'm looking at in the screens is not necessarily patriots. They're wanting to change the very country that I love. So I don't look at it as patriotism, but I do support their right to protest for sure. Hey Lenny, thank you for joining up. I appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. Welcome aboard the crew.
Thank you so much. Tanya, thank you so much. Everyone shout out Tanya for this.
I am still looking for additional live screens as they're coming up.
Nice quality.
Yeah, he's got to get going.
Arturo, thanks for trying, but find another job. Aw. Maybe I should go work at McDonald's or Starbucks. But I have a master's degree. a master's degree in making liberals cry.
And that's what we need out here is for more attention on what's happening.
This is Watchdog.
Me calling these people out and using words that a lot of people don't like is getting that attention, then it works for me. You know? Mainstream media comes out here and tell the story? Fuck no, mainstream media comes out here and records what they want. They record the little dumb shit, but they don't record the violence and the craziness, and they don't report it correctly, that's for sure. Yeah. Go down there and support. I reposted today. That dude was, man, he was doing things great. Okay. Afterwards, okay, all right.
All one word, Watchdog Citizen. So for Cash App, it's the money sign in front of it, and then Venmo, it's the @ sign. So you guys should be able to. There it is.
Hey, Bradlin, thank you for joining up. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard the Starship. We're here every night at 9 p.m. Eastern, whether we've got crazy people in the streets or not.
I'll sneak it with the gimbal. Get a new gimbal. And we record. We have membership. They weren't fireworks. So it turns out those fireworks. Oops, hold on. There we go. Those weren't fireworks.
I do like the blinking Trump hat. That's pretty cool.
What we thought.
That's got to be pissing them off.
We were watching originally at the beginning. They dropped ammo. I filmed it. I watched it live. They dropped 2 mags, full ammo, and we got a guy. Yeah. So the fireworks. It's weird because the concussion grenade bullshit that just came out were all like green, blue, red, like it was fireworks and shit. It was weird, and I thought it was us. I'm against people dying needlessly and being treated.
I'm
like
against
that.
people
So,
driving their car and the cops.
That's where I stand. I'm a pretty easy guy to go to get along with. If you treat American citizens like that, I have a problem. So you can talk to some of my regulars here; they'll tell you about me. I'm a pretty mean kind of guy. So. Oh, hold on. Live ammo. They weren't fireworks. The fireworks were the concussion grenades. So it was like a multi-fire type device that shot multiple.
Hey, Tressie, thank you for joining up. Thank you for being part of the crew. We're here every night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Well, thank you. I did actually. I lost.
Hey, Larry.
This is hair.
We had a bunch of videos come on earlier and everything, but now we're down to just 2 or 3 again. I'm continuing to look for new videos coming up.
It's actually better.
Listen to this nut. Rear! Rear!
Look at the little family first.
Just remember, guys, you got to remember this right here. This is so important.
He shot her because she was queer. He shot her because she was queer. You can see so clearly. I didn't think that it was like that before, but when you see the footage, he shot her because she was queer. And you voted for this.
Okay, so that's the crazies out there now. They're actually out there today saying that she was shot because she's a lesbian. That because she likes girls instead of guys, the cop made a conscious decision to go ahead and cap her ass. Do you believe that? I mean, that is pretty stupid. But then again, you know, these are the people we're dealing with. And that is another liberal in their Prius with blue hair screaming into TikTok. All right. yeah, I'm sure.
Anybody can see these videos. Anybody can see that this victim is not a domestic terrorist. I mean, my goodness, she's like doing a 3 or a 4 or 5 point turn. This looks like somebody that's trying to get out of there. If doing a 3 point turn or a 4 point turn is a domestic terrorist, and my wife is a criminal every single day. It does not make sense.
That from the very stupid and ignorant Mayor Fry. That another just absolutely ignorant statement from him. She was killed because she was making a 4 or 5 point turnaround. That's what it was. The cop got impatient because she was taking too long to turn around, so he capped her ass. Is that really what happened? Is that what happened, Mayor Fry, or are you lying? Because what really happened was she was actively obstructing law enforcement, she was disobeying lawful orders, and she was battering a law enforcement officer with her car. That's what she was doing. Now let's get right down to it. That's what she was doing. I cannot stand these politicians that are constantly making up new words that sound more peaceful and making up new ways to describe things. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Hey, back up.
I'm far enough away. I'm not influencing anything.
Do you live on this street?
I don't. No.
Okay, I need you to get in your.
No, I won't.
Ma'am, I need you to leave.
I got to tell you guys, I'm all for, you know, exercising your rights. If a cop asks you for ID and you don't want to give it, don't give it. I'm all for constitutional rights, okay? But when these white women, and that's the weird part about this, is 60 to 65% of them are white women. These white women go out there and they drive through police actions, they drive through tape, they drive into cops, they disobey orders, they obstruct this, they obstruct that, they're yelling, they're screaming, they're making a mess. And yet all that is okay. All that is excusable behavior. Every bit of it. And why do these white women feel like they can act like this when no one else can? You know why? It's white privilege. I hate to say it, but it is. They feel like they're out there and they can do whatever they want, and it's bullshit. Yeah. Where is my woman? What, do I have to have a woman? Is that a law now? Maybe I'm gay, huh? I've never had kids. I don't do the whole domestic family thing. It's not my thing. Yeah. I have lots of friends and I do different things, but I don't, nope, I don't do, I've never really been into the whole domestic thing, to be honest. The streamer on the top left. Let me get that for you.
I'm not trash talking them. I'm not trash talking anybody. I'm just saying.
Come on, God.
No, listen. Hold on.
That is the Daily Discourse with Arturo. Yeah, anytime anybody asks, and also a lot of times I just give any streams I'm using under fair use, I like to go ahead and put their links in, so I will do that. There you go. That's his channel there. Ray Farrett, thanks for joining. I appreciate that. Thanks for becoming part of the crew tonight. We're at 26,696. We're doing good. The next night or two, we should be over 27,000.
Exactly. That's why. Listen.
Yeah, I came out of the closet. Yeah, there you go. No, what it is I'm just not uncomfortable about my sexuality. You know, when I was younger, if someone would, I would be worried. Oh my God, they're gonna think I'm gay or something. And now I don't give a shit. I just don't. I do what I want to do, and it's none of your business. And because of this conversation, I'm sure 50 people think I'm gay as hell. Oh my God, he's gay. Oh, he's gay. Whatever, dude. If you stop watching me because you think I'm gay, I don't want you watching anyway. But no, I'm not gay. No, thanks. Kind of like the ladies. Break down the murder video. The murder video. I'm not familiar with any murder video. What are we? Which incident are we talking? There has not been any murders that I'm aware of. What incident are we talking about? You do you, which is kind of like masturbation. Yeah. Nothing wrong with being single. That's true. There's not. And, you know, when you got a lot of friends and you've networked with a lot of people and everything's great in your life, you don't necessarily have to go down the nuclear family road. Although I will say I'm very conservative and I believe in the nuclear family. I believe in finding a wife and raising kids if that's what you want to do. Okay? I never wanted a wife and I never wanted kids. I don't like the whole thing. I don't like children. I've never liked children. I don't like the noises they make. I don't like the smells that are emitted. And I'm really not much on the noises either. So I don't really have any reason to have a child. I don't like children. And so I decided early on that I was never going to have children, and I never did. And I'm so happy. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I am so happy. I see these people with children, and I'm just like, oh my God, how do you deal with that bullshit?
Maybe that person can leave.
Get a band called Nuclear Family. That's pretty good, though, if you think about it. Do you think the shot has made them go so nutty? I don't know exactly what you mean, Catfish Hunter. Haggy P Gun. There's two kinds of women, the one that's broke your heart and the one that will next. God bless all the moms. Yes, I agree. I'm glad people do have kids. I am. I'm glad people have kids. I'm glad people love doing it. I'm glad they love it. It's not my thing. Yeah, I mean, ex-wives can be very expensive. Yep. The COVID shot. There you go. Never had the jab. I knew early on that was complete bullshit. When it very first came out and they decided they were not going to do any tracking of illnesses caused by it, I knew I wasn't going to take it. That's all it took. When I realized that I was not going to be told exactly what was in it, and I was told that you know, that there's no guarantee of any advocacy, and then further than that, we're not tracking side effects. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And now we find out the side effects were really bad, and that's why they didn't want to track them. I gave out the top left already. I'll do it again here. That is his page. I'm the top left. Yeah, that's it right there. The daily discourse, whatever, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of books coming out. There's a lot of research coming out. A lot of real scientists, real doctors coming out with research. The whole thing was completely a farce. You know, they started out good. You know, Trump gave them the money, said, go, we need this thing. They started making the thing. And then, of course, Biden gets in there, and we're not tracking the safeguards. We're not tracking the side effects. We're not vetting the thing at all. We're just letting it go right out. It's ridiculous. And it ended up just being that you know, I think that, is that Shinobi? Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. Welcome aboard the Starship. I do believe that, you know, had different people been in power during that last 4 years, I think it would have went very differently. It never would have been like this.
Well, and hey, I saw somebody donated $10. Thank you. Appreciate that. Freddie.
Yeah, I mean, this was literally Big Pharma coming up with something that the government buys. Look, if you're a private company and you can convince the government that they need to buy a whole lot of whatever you're making, that's the best case scenario in the world. And if you think about it, these three companies were creating something so fast without any checking or any of the quality controls or any of the normal tracking of side effects or any of that kind of stuff. And, you know, and come to find out it was bad. It's hurt a lot of people, and it didn't provide really much help at all. It may eventually come out at some point that there was actually, because the numbers don't bear out that it really helped much at all. Unvaxxed people and vaxxed people were getting the disease at nearly the same rate. I mean, in some places, the vaxxed was getting it more often, and they tried to blame that on the fact, well, the people getting the vaccine are they're the healthcare workers. They're the ones up in there. They're the ones that get exposed more. That's why they're getting. That's all bullshit. The numbers don't lie. There was really no appreciable effect to the thing. Yeah, I was telling everybody early on, and then they tried to make. I work for a company that has more than 50 employees, and my company was letting us know that they've gotten a directive that we're going to have to take this. We're going to have to take this, and we're going to have to prove that we've taken it, plus the booster. And there was a bunch of us at work. We weren't going to do it. We were going to make them lay us off, and come to find out there was hundreds of thousands like me around the country that was not going to do it. And it finally they had to drop it. It was going to ruin everything. So, yep. And all the numbers don't lie. That's why all these books are being written now. That's why suddenly this is such a big deal again, because the truth's coming out. The numbers are coming out. All the hidden this and that. They all these years they weren't tracking the injuries. We'll come to find out some people were tracking the COVID vaccine injuries, deaths, and reactions. And so, you know, you can see it there. Anyway, I'm glad that free speech has been restored even here on YouTube. We had a YouTube show going that was shut down. It was our radio show. It was going out over YouTube. And it was shut down by YouTube because of the mandates of the Biden administration. And we still, to this day, are not back on YouTube on that show. So it kind of sucks, but I don't know. I know Adam got his shots, and it bugs me when people suddenly die at age 50. And I ask, how many of these shots have you had? You know, we got to really look at this. They're falling dead from some kind of sudden heart condition. And not that that's what happened to Adam. We don't know what happened to Adam the Woo. I'm an Adam the Woo fan. I missed the guy already. It sucks. I used to watch his adventures, whether it was Disney World or some little old church in an old town. I used to love watching that guy just go adventure. The good news is, I hope his family keeps the YouTube page going, and I hope that I hope that he will always be there as a piece of Americana that we can go back and watch. And basically, thanks to Adam the Woo and others like him, and even some of the work that I've done in the past, we're trying to save this stuff for all posterity. You know, I'm taking old 1960s and 1970s Super 8 film and converting it to video. You can check that out on my channel. I think that nostalgia and being able to hold on to images and sounds from the past is very important, and it's something we can do now. And so the good news is we may have lost Adam, but we still have all of his work that he did on YouTube. Same thing with Charlie Kirk. Yes, we lost Charlie Kirk. It's terrible. It's horrible. But we will always have all that work that Charlie Kirk did on YouTube. And I thank God for that. To me, that's legacy. That's history. That's recorded history, and it's important. Really? Well, let me tell you something, Diana. There's not many. Everything you see on my screen is everything coming out. Notice I got a volcano in one of the spots because I literally have not yet tonight been able to fill up all the squares. There's not a lot of people broadcasting because there's not a lot of people involved. There's probably only 50 to 100 protesters down there. They're scattered in about 3 different ways right now. And some of them are dealing with dead batteries. We had 2 or 3 of them go down all of a sudden a few minutes ago, about 25 minutes ago. And I was able to find a few more. But I'm continuously looking, and this is what there is. So I really believe that there's just not a lot going on tonight. I'm not aware of anything going on anywhere except this right now in Portland, Oregon. That's all I have. Yes, the volcano suddenly has quieted down. This is very typical for this volcano. It'll spew for a while, and then it will go back dormant. It's probably hoping that the locals will throw some more liquor in there and see if we can calm her down. Yeah, well, it won't be long, and AI is going to be able to make a version of these people that are gone that you can still talk to and stuff. You know, I've always been toying with that. You know, in 15 years or 20 years, whatever, when I die, I think about legacy, you know, and I'm thinking about what kind of tombstone do I want? What do I want to put on there? You know, I've done a lot of things in my life. I was a cop. I was a fireman. I was a ghost hunter for years. I've done all kinds of really cool stuff in my life. I'm a broadcaster. And I always thought, you know, what little quirky thing would I put on my tombstone? A microphone or a fire axe, you know, or maybe a few things on there. What did I do? And then I started realizing that by the time I die, there will be an AI representation of me at my gravesite to meet you when you arrive. I don't know if it'll be a hologram or probably some kind of projection or maybe just a screen. I don't know how it'll work, but they're already working on these systems now where we can take the entire sum of your life. And someone like me that has a lot of it documented. I have all my certificates from every class I've ever taken in every school for law enforcement, fire, EMS, emergency management, command. I've got everything. I've got probably thousands of pictures of when I was a firefighter, when I was a cop, when I did all these things. And many of them are time and dated, and some of them even have location data. If all this can be inputted into the computer, along with all my news articles, I have 6 scrapbooks full of all the news articles from when I was a firefighter. The different wrecks I ran, the bad fires, the different things that happened. And I have an accounting exactly of what happened when my back was injured really bad and all that. So I have all these things documented. I have copies of all my badges. I have all my original badges. I've got all of my ID cards. I've got all of my collar devices and name tags and all this stuff. I've got everything from my life. I've even got my trumpet from high school. I've got my Class A uniform when I was chief. I've got my hat, my helmet, and so I kept thinking, I've got all this stuff. All this stuff could be captured by AI, in 3D fashion, and then couple that with everything that we know about me, all of the public records about me, all of the county records about me, and then you add that to my YouTube, where I've done thousands. By the time I die, I will have done 10,000 videos. I'm already up to like 1,300 videos I've done. Every video has my personality. It has my voice. Every video has me talking about something and inflecting on this and reflecting on that. And when you really start thinking about it, for someone like me that has documented much of his life well, and has also, and by the way, I have videos from when I was a ghost hunter. I got a few videos from when I was a firefighter. I've got me at funerals. I was on the honor guard. And when you add this all to everything I've done on YouTube and everything, I've got my old Facebook page that I still have access to. I could pull that. It's got thousands of comments and opinions on it. And anyway, all of this stuff in the future can be compiled by AI in a matter of a few minutes. And then all that can be fed into it. And then it makes basically an artificial version of you. And it uses all of your life's experiences and all the things that you did. And it would know things based on what you would have known. Like if you ask me what is a fire axe versus a flathead axe, what's the difference? If you ask me what's a Halligan bar, I would be able to tell you, and so my AI would be able to tell you because it's something I would know. And you can literally train this thing to be just like the human that it represents. And so when you go see me at my grave, you can actually sit and we can have a conversation. And we can talk about, remember that time back at the lake? Remember that time at the cabin? Because it'll know all about my cabin. It'll have pictures of my cabin. It will know what it looks like, where it's at, what's the street address. It'll have aerial and street level photos of the entire area where my cabin was. It'll have all the information on everything that's available to anybody, anytime, everywhere on the internet, every minute of every day. And then all that will be available to make a version of me in artificial intelligence. And I know a lot of people hate this. A lot of people think it's terrible, evil, antichrist, whatever. I love it. Call me weird. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think how cool is that I can make a facsimile of myself that's so real that you could walk up and ask me personal questions and the responses would be 92% accurate. I think it's really cool. And you overlay the proper safeguards on top of it, and I think it's going to become very popular for people who are well documented. You would need to be someone that's well documented. I know people right now that I've searched for them online. There's not even a picture of them in Google. It's like, wow. So it would have to be someone that's known, someone that's done a lot of broadcasting, or someone who has wrote a bunch of books. Authors who've wrote a bunch of books would be a great candidate for something like this. People that worked at newspapers and have wrote a lot of editorials, things like that. They would be great candidates for something like this, because it would give people the opportunity to reconnect with a human that's no longer with us. Now, something like this can be used in spooky, weird ways too. It's already being tested out in Japan right now as a mourning companion, and I don't like it. That particular one there scares me a little bit. I don't like that this woman loses her husband. 4 months later, they've downloaded everything they could find about him into an artificial intelligence, and she's sitting having conversation with her husband. I am worried that that's not the best thing for people mentally. because you know people will have to have that the rest of their life. If they'll be like, I can't live without him. And if you can't live without him, then you'll never move on. You might be 40 years old, your husband's dead, you've got 40 more years, you're halfway through your life. Do you want to just literally, what am I hearing? Do you literally just want to live the rest of your life with an artificial representation of the person that you used to love? I keep hearing things. It's driving me nuts. There's nothing over here. I don't know where Mama is. Maybe she's trying to find a new place. Behind my screens, there's a void that's just big enough for her to walk around the studio over here and over there. Not back here. There's too much here, but so sometimes she gets in there behind those screens.
Just so you know, they were going not. It looks like they cleaned up.
Hey, Iggy Zombie. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you throwing that on there and becoming part of the crew here on the Starship.
What the fuck? He's so stupid. Oh my god.
I have no idea what's playing top center. It needs to be shut off, though. I'm not sure. Let me see if it's just an ad or does it... No, it's some kind of movie or something. I'll tell you what, I'm getting real sick of every time a video stops playing, it feeds me some movie that I've never cared about and starts playing it. And I'm like, what are we doing? Why would we do that? And it's just simply driving people to YouTube TV. They're using our shows to get... And then when our show ends, it starts showing you some random movie. It's just a way to try to get you to want to watch YouTube TV, which is fine, whatever. I hope she did. She was at some a national press luncheon, I think it was, some bullshit. I mean, she can't get any money for speaking, but she'll get free gigs like that. The defense scored more than the other team's offense. That's pretty bad. I don't watch football anymore. I watched football religiously for many, many years. I was never like the guy that has like the t-shirt, the shirts and the tags and the flags. I was never like that, but I had a lot of friends in the football, and I loved going to their house or coming to my house and sitting down and I wasn't a big beer drinker, but every now and then maybe even have a beer and watch the game. And I miss it. I liked it. But I got to tell you that the NFL, between the kneeling bullshit, the woke bullshit, and the fact that the referees literally are throwing games right in front of the nation, I can't watch it no more. I'm done with it. I walked away from it about 5 years ago. I have not watched a game in 5 years. I don't want anything to do with the NFL. I almost hate the NFL at this point because in my mind, it's something I really did enjoy that got completely ruined by the DEI and the woke and the kneeling and the anti-American sentiment. You know, there was a time when football was right up there with the flag and cooking hamburgers on the 4th of July. It was Amerifrickin-Kana, okay? And the NFL has gone to shit, all right? Their refs are throwing games. The players are just disrespecting everything. And the whole kneeling for the flag, the moment they knelt for that anthem in that uniform, they should have been freaking walked out of the stadium clean your locker and walk them out to their car during the game. That never should have been allowed to happen. And I don't want to hear about free speech, because free speech only counts for the government. The NFL is allowed to tell their players to do whatever they want to tell them to do. All right? And it's in the contract that those players can be told that you have to stand during the anthem. And they were told that you have to stand during the anthem. So when they didn't stand during the anthem, they should have walked their shit out, but they won't do it. Why? Because... I'm sorry. Because they need these great players. They need these really great players. So they put up with this bullcrap from these players. And I really can't stand that. All this kneeling and woken, and I oh my God. And then the whole diversity hiring thing. They went through a diversity hiring stage where it's like we hire one black coach, one white coach, one. I'm like, stop with that. I can't stand that. Hire the most qualified person and let's move on. I had Taco Bell earlier today. That's why I'm so frisky. I love Taco Bell. Honest to God, it's my favorite food. I eat Taco Bell. I joke around with my coworkers. I always tell them I was a Mexican in my last life. I'm convinced of it. Because I came into this life wanting nothing but Taco Bell. I eat it 3 or 4 times a week. Now, I'm not as much on authentic Mexican food, although I do still like it if I can get it without onions. But no matter where you go, hey Roy, thanks for coming in and hitting that button and joining the crew. I have gone to like Iguana Mia, and they are unable to serve me something without onions. No matter, I've been there 2 or 3 times. I've had them bring me out food, take it back, bring me out more food. I'm like, no onions. Is it to be authentic? Does it have to have onions? Because I don't eat onions. But that's why I like Taco Bell, because the onions are always optional at Taco Bell. Yeah, now I'll cook a steak in onions. I'll cook a steak in olive oil and onions. I'll get the pan really hot. I'll throw in olive oil, get that hot. I'll put in the onions and the steak at the same time. I'll saute the whole thing up, right? And then I put the steak on the plate and I throw the onions in the garbage. They were just for flavoring. It's Americanized Mexican food, yes. It is, yeah, to say it's not Mexican, no, it's not. It's made here, but it's Americanized Mexican food. I didn't figure I would need to qualify that. Onions are good for you, so what? So is kale. You don't see me chomping on that bullshit. Yes, discussions are allowed here, absolutely. That doesn't mean I have to answer every single thing I see in the chat room, but yeah, discussions are certainly allowed here. And I allow opinions of any kind as long as we don't do the 3 things. All caps, too much spamming, and using racial slurs. I don't like those things because I like to keep things fair. What would the debate be about? I mean, geez. I have no idea with Iran. I pay a lot more attention to domestic policy than foreign. It's just I've always been that way. I cover our government here and what's going on here a little more than I cover what's going on overseas. And I'm just, because I think at my age I'm just not as interested in it. I think it's very important, trust me. I'm not one of these people that think we should pull all our resources back to our beaches and defend the beach. I don't believe that. I think a good, healthy foreign policy is necessary, but I think we've overdone it over the years. Yes, I love spinach. I love it frozen or canned. I don't know why. You know, when I was in school, I made friends with the lunchroom ladies, and if I told them how much I loved their spinach, they'd give me 2 scoops of it because nobody else wanted it.
I dropped my phone. My left hand, I suffer.
They need to settle down about what you eat.
That causes some weird nerve things, and my left hand will occasionally just stop working. So I was transferring hands and tried to do a thing, and
I do eat mustard greens, but I prefer collards if I can get them. Sometimes mustards are a little bitter, but I won't eat them unless I have the pepper sauce. I got to have the vinegar pepper sauce in order to eat. But if I have that, 2 of my favorite things is greens, and the other thing would be black-eyed peas. I love black-eyed peas with pepper sauce. Oh, man. But on either, I will use red hot sauce like Texas Pete or something. It's pretty much as good. Chicken wings are one of the 5 food groups. Yeah, I concur. I actually have some chicken wings in there right now from Hooters, believe it or not. We left the house this week. Just for those that don't know, Mom's getting up there, and I'm trying to spend as much time with I can with her right now. And she's had some health problems, and so we went out yesterday, got in the car, started driving. I'm like, where do you want to go? She goes, I want to go to Hooters. I want chicken wings. I'm like, okay, let's go. We love their food there. It's not all about the boobies, you know, although they were nice too. But we went in there, and she got the ones she likes. They're mild, and I got the hot, and they were really, really good. That, you know, everybody always thinks of that place as, oh, it's just broads and boobs. That's one of those beer places with the Christmas lights. Okay, but I love their chicken, man. Their chicken's really good. If some dude served it to me, I would still go there and eat the chicken. So there you go. I do like Spam. I got 3 or 4 cans up there. I've been trying the different flavors. They got the bacon flavor. They got the maple smoky sweet, which I haven't tried yet. And the one I bought this week to try is the spicy. I'm getting to where I really like Spam. I cut it in slices, and I cook it to where it's almost black. I mean, not black, but I mean, I reduce it pretty good. Let me just put it that way. I like to really flavor that shit up. I like it to be almost crispy like bacon, but not quite. But yeah, that's Spam. Let's see. Wingstop's good. We've got a couple of different ones around here. What is that one called over in the Cape? Buffalo Wild Wings. That's what it's called. We like that one too. It's just it's a corporate sports bar that's everywhere. Buffalo Wild Wings. But they got great food in there too. I mean, good fries, good wings. What are you gonna do? Football on 19 different televisions. Ooh, there you go. Southern Fried Chicken. Oh man, don't tell my mother that, because we'll be on the way over. Her favorite food in the entire world is deep fried Southern Fried Chicken. You can't get around that. Oh, it's got to be crispy. Yeah, I like my Spam to be well cooked. Not that it needs to be cooked. It's already, you can eat it right out of the can. But I just like it reduced down to where it's richer. It tastes better. You're not saying where. I'll tell you, wings are something that that vary wildly. We've got another one here that I go to called, I'm sure you guys have them in your town, Charlie Cheesesteak. And I get their cheesesteak every now and then. I get the 3 cheese bacon. But I got to tell you guys, man, sometimes I go there and get their boneless wings, and they got a hot honey that's really good. A spicy honey. They've got 3 or 4 different sauces there that I like. So that's the other wing place I go to. It's right in my Walmart, right up the street. So And I've got this little thing I do now. I run in, get the buggy. I go back, I get the cat food. I get the 6 or 8 things I need. And then I run the buggy up to the front, and I leave it sitting by the produce thing right there. And I run in, and I give them my order, and I pay real quick. And I tell them I'll be back in a few minutes. I run back out. I grab my shopping cart. We've got that new design. I walk all the way to the other end of the store. I get into the checkout area. I walk all the way back. And I check myself out. I walk right around the corner, park the cart right there on the other side of the restaurant, walk in, grab my stuff, put it in the buggy, and go out. And I never have to wait for my food to be cooked. So that's kind of cool. I've been doing that now for a few months. Anytime I go to Walmart, I just go ahead and eat Charlie cheesesteak for dinner. Yeah, I can't quit fast food. I can't. It's... You know, I don't cook a lot here. I will cook. I cook hamburgers for myself. I cook some different things. I've got a meal I cook with called rice and tomato gravy. I really like that involves corned beef and different things. I also like cream chip beef and rice. And I'm a big fan of like spicy soup. Different kinds of beef soup that's got pepper sauce in it. And different things like that. I do like, I mean, I don't know, just pretty much basic stuff. Well, you can not trust restaurants all you want, but the bottom line is, it is what it is. I think you have valid reasons. So I'm not saying that, but I'm not going to give up restaurants just because, you know, God knows I've probably had 5 pounds of spit go through me. Over the years. I was a cop for a while, so I know I've had some spit go through me. The Kmart Eatery, I think I remember that. Yep, and Walmart, when they first started, they had ones called the Radio Grill. And then they decided to not do it themselves, but to actually let McDonald's come in and do it. And of course, now McDonald's is out. They're slowly phasing. McDonald's was slowly starting to get phased out by Subway at Walmart's, and now both are being phased out, and Charlie cheesesteak is coming in. Five Guys is all right. Their burgers and fries are pretty good. It's more than I normally would pay for a hamburger and fries. That's the problem. And I'm not as much on the fries. I prefer frozen cut fries over the home fries, but that's just me. I've never been in a Firehouse Subs in my life, and somebody Heath dragged me in one up in Atlanta, and that was the best damn sub I've ever put in my mouth. And I'm not a sub guy. I'm eating a sub, and I keep telling him, like, this is a good sub. This is a good sub. Heath said something to me like, "They're firemen. What do you expect?" I'm like, you know, I never thought about that because I was the cook at the firehouse, you know. But that Firehouse Sub, they take the meat and they steam it, and they take the cheese and they melt it, and they take the bun and they toast it, and it's like very special what they do. And then when they put it all back together, that shit beats Subway all day of the week. I'm telling you. Yeah, when I was a cop, we got half price just about everywhere. When people would say, "What does FHP mean?" instead of telling them Florida Highway Patrol, we'd tell them it means free or half price. Yeah, we used to get half price meals at most restaurants when we were in uniform on duty. The rules were back then at most restaurants, we had to eat in the restaurant and we had to be in a marked patrol car. It's pretty obvious. If you let me and my partner eat at Denny's, yeah, you're going to be out the cost of the meal, but we're still going to tip our waitress nicely. And the whole hour that we were sitting there, nothing happened in your restaurant. There's a cop car sitting out front. There's 2 cops sitting over in the corner. All those assholes on the bar that are always so noisy at 2:30 in the morning, they're all behaving because there's cops sitting in the restaurant. And so they know what they're doing. One night we caught a robbery in progress at the Arby's, and we started getting free food there. Oh, they really liked that. But no, yeah, our restaurants used to take care of us when I was a cop. There's nothing really wrong with that. The moment a cop asks for it or expects it, it's a problem. I don't like Subway that much. They did quit putting the plastic in their bread, which is good. But I'm still not that much on Subway. I'm just not. And they've been so skimpy on the meat. The last 3 times I ate there, I got a pepper steak, which of course I don't get the peppers on, but I got a steak sub like a Philly, and a steak sub, and that it was expensive as shit. And they put such a little bit. I even told the lady, I said, "That's all the meat you're putting on there?" She goes, "Yeah, we have to measure it in this little thing, and then we have to make the top flat." That's the last time I went there. I haven't been there in a year. You gotta make the top. Kiss my ass, okay? Make the top flat. Kiss my ass. I'm a man. I've been working all day. Make me a sandwich. Ugh. Yeah, we're doing good. 2:32. That's why I'm staying on tonight. We are already we're already about 53 minutes past when I normally go off. But there's so many of us in here tonight. I'm so glad you guys have discovered us here. I've been out here 5 years doing this. Now, granted, it hasn't always looked like this. I was just doing technical videos at the very beginning, and technology stuff, and I slowly worked into everything. I produce talk radio. That's what I do. If you're wondering why it sounds like I've already done all this once today, it's because I've already done all this once today. I go into work and do 3 hours of political talk radio. I'm a very active producer that talks quite a bit on the air, and I also do a lot of the show prep and preparing all the clips and setting up everything. And then I produce the show live while I'm participating on the air. So by the time I come into the show, I've already done today's politics for 3 hours.
Hey, hold on, guys. Watch this. It's on my channel right now. It's raw. You got it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not even following what's going on in the ISS. I guess I need to get that ready for tomorrow. I'll get an update ready for that tomorrow. Yeah, my thing, guys, if I don't know, if I haven't read the article or know what's going on, I'm just going to tell you I don't know. All right, let's see here. I cannot believe these 40 people are still out here.
Thank you for posting on, what is that? Is that little birdie? Is that blue sky?
All right, well, we'll stay on for just a little while longer. I normally don't stay on this late. I normally do 2.5 hours at the most because this is the end of my day, and I've already worked a full broadcast shift at the station.
Because they can tweet, so like they can like make little posts and they can share a link through there.
Well, I do appreciate that metal music. We have met more people in the last week than I meet in a year to get coming into the show. So I'm actually very happy about that. I started about 5 years ago after I got my ham radio license and decided that I wanted to bring ham radio and put it more on YouTube. And so I started building StarShip Studios here in the back of my house. This is actually a standalone building that is hurricane rated and has survived Cat 3 winds. I've got a strapping system that goes on it and everything. I've got auxiliary power, backup internet, and I can broadcast up to 9 simultaneous streams on YouTube. And basically, we do all kinds of neat things from here at StarShip Adventures. I have several other people that live here part-time that work in other places as well. So when they're here, they help me. When they're not here, I'm pretty much on my own. And that's kind of how it works. So most of the time, it's just me here by myself in the studio with my my cat, Mama Bleep. Right, Mama? She's my co-host, Mama Bleep. She gets billing as co-host, although it's a non-speaking role. Okay, so there you go. And we always provide our news in a multi-screen format. That's one of the things. I got this idea from working in a TV station. And when something would happen, hi baby, when something would happen, and some big breaking news event, you know, somebody would try to shoot at the president or something, I would immediately get up and go walk into the back of the news area, and I would go into the control room. in the control room, you got producers and you've got directors in there, and you've got your graphics people and everything going on. But there's chairs in the back, and I used to go and just sit in the chair, and I would watch, because they had all the cable news channels, all the network channels, all the local news feeds, all the, you know, everything. They had everything all in there. All of our cameras that we had out in the field, all of our other local channels locally, we had everything. And so I could go in and sit in one seat, and I could watch Fox News, NBC, CNN, MSNBC, CNBC. It's all right there. And I said, you know, wouldn't it be cool if instead of having someone switch the show for you, meaning someone keeps putting up different audio and different video feeds for you as the night goes on, wouldn't it be cool if you could just watch the show like the producer watches the show in the TV control room? And that's where this whole idea came from. And so you're watching basically like what you would see if you were in the back producing a show out of all this mess. And so that's kind of how this came about. Well, thank you very much. Is it Padre Fanman? Did I say that right? Thank you for coming in. And yeah, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. We allow alternate views. We discuss alternate views. We debate alternate views. We absolutely allow alternate views. Not all my views are right wing. You might be surprised. I'm a constitutionalist libertarian. I'm not a Republican. You need to understand that right off the bat. I'm a constitutionalist libertarian. I believe that government's the problem, even more than the Democrats. Alf eats cats, doesn't he? I thought Alf ate cats. He just never ate the one that was in the show. 64 gigs of RAM. I'm running this on a Ryzen 9 gaming platform with a huge video card with 5 outputs. Yeah. It's a big system sitting over here. And then I got another one down here that's almost the same machine again, that I've got a Linux platform on, and it's running the radio station right now over on StarShip After Dark, our backup channel. All views are welcome here. This is a free speech. All we ask is not to spam. Don't make like a thing with capital letters all over it and then put it in a bunch of times. Just type like normal, that's all. I don't care if you put Trump's a fascist, whatever, put whatever you want. I don't care. We're used to it, trust me. Call me a Nazi. I've been called a Nazi over 50 times in 4 days. So call me a Nazi. We allow it. We just don't want the spamming. You guys understand the difference, right? I mean, and I'm trying to make this as free speech as possible in here. I want to see the other views. The nation will never survive if it does not know who its enemy is. Well, I agree. Hey, Elizabeth, thanks for joining up. The enemy to America is socialism. That's what you got to realize. The enemy to America is not this or that or the other thing. It's socialism. And that's why so many people are coming out against the Democrat Party now, because it is now turned hard left into socialism. We've got the Bernie Sanders and the AOCs and the Stop the Oligarchy tour. I mean, we are heading down the road of socialism. We've got Kami Memdami now running New York. So the enemy of this country is quite definitely the ideology of socialism. That is by far the enemy of this country. And these people are the ones that are out wanting to change not the guy with the Trump hat, but everybody else. They're the ones out wanting to change, to fundamentally change the United States of America. Okay? The right wants to keep it the way it is. The left wants to fundamentally change it. Why would you fundamentally change the best country in the world? Why would you fundamentally change the country where all of the big innovations are made, where all of the big advancements have been made, where everything originates from here. Why is that? Because we have the best form of government, the form of government that provides the best environment, the most conducive environment for people to make, to create, to invent. We have just got this amazing country here. But these fools want to change it. They want to fundamentally change it. Why would you do that? That's like, my car ran great, but I took that shit all apart and I put some of it back. It's like, dude, it ran great. And that's where we're at right now. This country is on the road to being great again. Okay? We have arrested right now, I mean, inflation was at a rate that we've never hardly seen before, I don't think ever in this country under Biden. It was at a breakneck rate. In 1 year, a ship this big, in 1 year, Trump has brought that down to nominal or below nominal levels. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Gas down $1 in a year. I mean, that's crazier. Trump was able to bring it down quicker than Biden was able to bring it up. Because remember, the Democrats want high gas prices because they want you in electric cars. It's all a big thing.
And then, if you need a snack, there's some snacks. Yeah, I know, bro.
Yep.
I think there's some snacks. Where'd they go? No, you're good.
Yeah, and we're back to this again. I'm sure you believe that she was murdered, right? She was murdered. Yeah. Well, I got news for you. I don't care if it's local cops, state cops, county cops, the sheriff himself. I don't care who it is. If you drive your vehicle towards them, they're going to pull out their gun and they're going to blow you away. That's the way it works in a real world. Not the alternate universe that you guys live in. Not the land of I said it so it's so. But the land like this where everything is real, that's the way it works in the world. Silver Rose, thank you for joining the crew. Welcome aboard the Starship. We're here every night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're on late tonight. We've got a big crowd, and we're just going to stay on here for a little while. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. You've got a situation right now where you've got half the country, actually it's more than half the country, that wants to see this country survive as it is. They wants to see a representative republic surviving on its own, doing great. We want to see the economy cooking with gas again. We want to see prices coming down. We want to see all this. It's coming. You would never see any of that under communism. Any of it. Communism is equal suffering. That's what it is. And so if you pushed for communism and you got communism, you would not like what you ended up with. I mean, it's ridiculous. The state owns the means of production. The state owns the property. The state owns everything. And if you look at how mismanaged and screwed up our government is, why would you give them any more control over your life at all? Why? It's like, go wait for 3 hours at the DMV to renew your driver's license, and then tell me you want those jerks figuring out when you're going to get your brain surgery. Our DMV here has a woman's face on the wall. Big, huge picture of a woman's face. She's the tax collector. And right under her picture, it says providing Lee County with 5-star service. And that picture is right in front of the 120 people that have been waiting all damn day to speak to somebody. Their appointment system is 30 days out right now. I'm trying to get my mother a handicap placard, and it's proving to be nearly impossible. I'm going to have to wait 30 days. We're not going to have it to go on vacation. Because our tax collector here don't have near enough people. It's a shithole. You walk in there, there's people standing around. It's standing room only. The people that work there, generally kind of nice, but the last one I had was really nice. The two before that were short, curt, typical government workers. And on the way out, I turned around and took a picture of that wall. And I called him up. And I asked to speak to that woman. I never did. She never did call me back. They don't actually, the people in charge don't actually speak to peasants. The kingdom don't speak to peasants. But I tried to speak to her. She wouldn't speak to me. I did speak to one of her assistants, and I filed a complaint. She said, "What's your complaint?" I said, "I have 2 complaints. Complaint number 1," and I explained everything. I tried to get an appointment. It took 30 days. I finally got an appointment. I finally wait the 30 days. I finally get to my 1:00 p.m. appointment. I got to work at 3. I get to my 1:00 appointment, and I wait 3 hours waiting to see somebody. After waiting 30 days for an appointment. And the whole time I'm sitting there looking at this bitch talking about her 5-star service. That's 5-star service in Beirut. Holy crap. It's just amazing to me. And that's the government. And that's the government you want in charge of everything if you're a socialist. If you're a socialist there, Thunder.
So what do y'all think?
That's the government you want running everything?
That was
the one that right now can't run anything? The exercise and futility that we see every day in our government, you want that running your health care? You want that running your grocery store? It's bad enough they can't even get the highways to where they move the right amount of traffic. They can't even time the lights to where the intersections work right. But you want them scheduling and conducting your brain surgery or your cancer surgery? That's why when these people start talking about how social medicine's so much better, I laugh. Because, I mean, I'm not going to convince you you're wrong. Because if you believe that, you'll believe anything. My Lord. Jesus. Yeah, it's pretty smug. It's pretty white privilege, and it's pretty smug to think that you and your husband-wife person can go and drive right into a police convoy and drive right in between police cars that are traveling in a convoy trying to escape an area where they're being threatened already. Yeah.
Like this video, comment below.
Tell him he's lying. He's not lying.
Look, I know all about it.
That's what we definitely need, some of that. And I think it's time that we sponsored this segment because we definitely need to sponsor this segment. And hopefully it'll help you guys. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than this. This segment is sponsored by MAGA Strength Trumpanol. MAGA Strength Trumpanol. For those suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, or as we know it as TDS, do you have Trump derangement syndrome? Get Trumpanol today. Taking Trumpanol will cause spontaneous patriotism. It'll make you start waving flags and doing things like, I don't know, starting a family, maybe starting a business, maybe get off your ass and do something. Trumpanol. It'll also bring you closer to reality and also provide you with rational thought. Trumpanol, try it today. Maggot Strength Trumpanol. Available anywhere delusional drugs are sold. If you want a 20% discount, use the discount code douchebag. Trumpanol. We got to do something for these people because they're messed up. Trumpanol.
So here's the thing. You have to do watchdog as one word because he will not find me. I know how you do seat.
Thunder, if I was doing better, I would send you some, but I just don't have it right now. That's the part of it. The more you put the facts out there, the more pissed off they get. They start throwing rocks eventually. They'll piss on your flowers in your front yard when they're leaving. They don't really care. They'll scratch off in your front yard. That's what happens.
And then so if you go to videos, there you go. No, well, I'm on live now. Let's go to videos. There's clips.
Yep, that's Mama. She literally lays with her head on my mouse hand. See that? My head goes on the mouse like that, and then she lays with her head on my... So when I'm mousing, Her head's moving the whole time I'm mousing. Isn't that right, baby girl? Huh? Isn't that right? You're a good little kitty. I don't care what everybody says. Oh, big yawn. All right. So for those that don't know, she wandered up here as a feral 10 years ago. Completely feral. And then she had some kittens, and I helped her take care of the kittens, and within a few days we were best friends. And she is now that she lives in here. She's got a little litter box. She's got food, water. She gets wet food twice a day. She's loving life. She's got her own place out here. Cats like to live with other cats, but they really prefer their space. And so she moved into here when she got sick, and she never moved out. She won't move out now. And it's because in here she's by herself. She don't have all those other cats around her. Yeah, well, she loves me. Yeah, her and I are very close. Isn't that right, baby girl? She says, yeah, do my armpits again. She's a good one. All right, so anyway.
Already. So obviously
Yeah, she is kind of the boss. She's figured out, she scratches the door, I let her out. She scratches the door, I let her in. She's got that easy figured out. That didn't take long at all. She literally runs her claws down the outside of the door, and that's how I know she wants in. And in the rare occasion that her food or water gets low, she makes some weird noises and starts pacing. It's kind of funny. It's like you've got food. You've been 10 years with me. You've never been hungry in 10 years, and you still have food anxiety. It's amazing. Some cats always have food anxiety. It's just the nature of the beast. Yeah, no, cats are the best. I'm not a big dog fan. I don't hate dogs. I've been ate up by dogs a few times. I've had my face bit by dogs. I've been chased and attacked by dogs. I've gotten stitches because of dogs. And I'm just... and then I was a firefighter. And I ran children mauled by pit bulls. And that will fix you right there. I don't even like dogs. I'm not a dog fan, so. And so, yeah. So ever since then, my stepson has dogs. He puts them in the yard here. Sometimes they get along with the cats. They're German Shepherds. They're great dogs. And I get along great with them, but I'm just not a big dog fan. JJ, thank you for joining up. I really appreciate it. Yeah, when you're a troll, it helps if you know a little bit about everything. But then again, when you just know a little bit about everything, then you don't know a lot about anything. And that kind of sucks, but there you go. I've done debate. I've actually done debate. And of course, now being on terrestrial radio now for 14 years, I have debated a lot of people over a lot of things. And I know this stuff, and I will debate it. I mean, it's because when you're talking about, capitalism versus communism, and that's the bottom line of what we're talking about right now. We're talking about capitalism versus communism. That's the bottom line, okay? And we're talking about, when we talk about capitalism, we're talking about keeping it the way it is now. A Christian-based country that is based on the fundamentals of Christianity and capitalism. That is what made us great. That is what made 200 years of excellence here. That is what made this country the innovator of the world. That's what made us the economic powerhouse of the world. That right there. There's only how many people are left out here? I mean, I think, is that the last two? I think when the last two guys leave, I think I'm going to go ahead and shut it down.
I'll see you soon.
Yes. Be safe. We'll see you around. Thank you guys.
Nice meeting you, bro.
Good to meet you too.
What, speak truth about what video? What video? You said something about a murder video. There's been no murder video. Murder is the intentional taking of a life. No one's done that. Are you talking about the self-defense shooting that involved the ICE agent and the woman? Is that the one you're talking about? I'd be glad to go through that from top to bottom if you would like. I'd be glad to. You've got, all right, here we go. You've got police units in a convoy, okay? These police units are traveling in a convoy. There's already a heightened state of awareness, a heightened state of alert. They already had been attacked both verbally and with objects. They were leaving the area early because of what was going on. Hey, Mike, thank you for hitting that button. I appreciate it. We're here every night at 9 p.m. So they're coming down, and here comes this vehicle that blocks them and stops the convoy from traveling. That in itself is a crime. That's the first crime, okay? That right there, that's obstruction of justice, okay? Obstruction of process, and depending on what state it is. And that is a crime already, okay? And now they're instructing her to move. She doesn't move. She's, again, continuing to obstruct. That's more charges. And then her significant other gets out of the car, okay, and starts to yell and berate and spit and do all the things that they normally do to police officers. And while that's going on, the police officer pulls out his phone while other officers are yelling to her too. He pulls out his phone and he gets her tag, and he walks around the passenger side and he records the front of the van. He's getting a 360. That's what they teach you to do. You get a 360 video. If you have a 360 video, then you have everything you could ever know about that car right there. So you take that 360. He's coming around. As he comes around the passenger side headlight, they're now yelling at her through the open window. Shut off the van. Shut off the van. Shut off the van. Now, I will admit some of the earlier commands were hard to hear by the cameras. So we'll give the benefit of the doubt, but her window was down and she should have heard those first commands. However, we know she heard the last three because she was reacting to them, okay? As those commands are given, she then completely violates those commands. So that's violation of basically disobeying a lawful order of a police officer. She has violated the law. They're going to make an arrest on her at this point. They're telling her, shut off the van so that we can effect an arrest. Shut off the van. Shut off the van. That's resisting arrest, okay? When you're told to do something because they're going to arrest you and you don't do it, that's resisting arrest, okay? So we now have another crime of resisting arrest. Now, at that point, she has resisted arrest. She has not complied with the orders to shut down the vehicle. She's not complied with the orders to get out of the vehicle that came at the end there. And now, as the officer makes it past the center of the vehicle, she puts it in drive and lunges into the officer, striking him. As the vehicle strikes the officer, he draws and fires the weapon 3 times. The first and fatal round goes through the windshield. Okay? The first round, fatal round, went through the windshield. Struck her and killed her. The second and third round went into the side as they were going by. That's simply a delayed response, a human delayed response. All right? So then the vehicle travels down. So now we have basically aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer or attempted murder. I personally feel they could have charged attempted murder, but then they probably would have drawn it back to aggravated battery is probably what they would have charged her with ultimately, is aggravated battery. Although the elements do exist for attempted murder on her part. Now, the officer then clears, the van then goes down, and the situation is pretty much over with at that point. The one thing that's interesting about this is that the significant other told her, drive, baby, drive. And that was right when she hit the gas. So there's a possibility that is also involved. Now, am I saying there should be charges for her? No, I don't think that's necessary. Oh, here we go. It's going to play another movie. The moment anything ends, it immediately starts playing a movie. It drives me nuts, guys. You have no idea. It just immediately starts playing something else. All right. All right, I'm going to be signing off here in just a few minutes, so we're just going to put the map up here. So anyway, yeah, I agree. I mean, the wife was in, husband, wife, whatever we're supposed to call her, she was involved. She exacerbated it. Some could say she even gave the command to her significant other to hit the cop. Okay? You know, you have to make up your own mind on some of that stuff, but what we know we have for sure, okay, is we have willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, multiple counts. We have failure to obey a lawful order and resisting arrest, and then we have aggravated battery at the very least. Okay? So when we start talking about this woman that she did nothing wrong, that is complete fabrication. Okay? I just explained all the crimes they could have charged her with had she lived. Okay? It's very simple. She committed every bad mistake that day. She decided to get up. She decided to put her clothes on. She decided to put the dog in the car. She decided to drive over there that day. She decided to go past the block. She decided to drive down past the convoy. She decided to do the three-point turnaround in the roadway to block them. It wasn't a three-point turnaround. She was blocking them. A three-point turnaround means you're actually doing a turnaround. She just parked across the road and stopped and then started mocking the cops. It wasn't a three-point turnaround. She was obstructing law enforcement, okay? She made every bad decision that day. She made the bad decision to be there, the bad decision to drive in there, the bad decision to confront, the bad decision to disobey the orders when they came, and then she ultimately made the fatal mistake of driving into a police officer with her car. I mean, there's no other way around this. I was a cop. I know what, I went through the academy. I know what you're taught. And that's another thing. All of these people that keep rendering their opinions, where does your opinion even come from? Were you a cop? Have you studied this? Have you taken any criminal justice courses? Do you understand how this works? I mean, this is very clear cut. I mean, there's no reason why this is just very, very clear cut. And I just don't understand when I see people telling me, oh, this is terrible. What that means is you've got Trump derangement syndrome, because the only way you could possibly see it that way is literally if you're not seeing clearly to reality. You're not. Everybody join ICE Watch today. Please stop typing in all caps or we'll time out you. I don't care about you can put in what you put in. I don't care. That ICE Watch shit's what got her killed. I mean, if you think that's a good idea, then I don't know. You think it's a good idea to willfully obstruct cops and commit crimes? And then the statement they made was she was trying to protect her neighbors from being kidnapped. That's just ignorant. So if the cops show up at your neighbor's house tonight and you see them walking your neighbor out in cuffs, drive your car up in that front yard and get between that cop and his cop car and lunge towards him with the car if he keeps trying to arrest your friend. How about that? A Sith Lord. Oh, Jesus. Is this Star Wars stuff? Sorry, I'm a Star Trek guy. You sound like a Klingon with a small brain. I'm just kidding. All right. Anyway, there is a culture of LEO defiance, and some of it's earned. I'm going to be honest. Cops are not angels. Matter of fact, we've seen a lot of piss-poor bad behavior with cops lately. This, however, is not one of them. And we need to keep our eye on the prize. The prize is the truth. The prize is not all cops are bad. The prize is not all cops are good. Both those statements are incorrect. Okay? Every case has to be judged on its own. I'm the first one to call out a cop for violating civil rights. The first one. I have actively spoke out for civil rights. I've debated over civil rights. I speak under civil rights, and I talk about civil rights every day. It's so important. But in this particular case, I must side with the police. Because in this particular case, it was a justified shoot. And all this stuff they keep bringing up about how, he didn't have to kill her. He should have never been put in that position. Who created the first subsequent harmful event? Who created the entire situation that made this happen? Who made all of the bad decisions? Yes, there is bad people in every field. Yes. There is bad people in every field. Absolutely. That's kind of an ignorant question. Would I allow a Trump supporter to drive a car towards me? How would I know it's a Trump supporter? First of all, it's like that's almost as ignorant and stupid as what this person said about it here.
He shot her because she was queer. He shot her because she was queer. You can see so clearly. I didn't think that it was like that before, but when you see the footage, he shot her because she was queer. And you voted for this!
Trump and all. Get it today. Because if you don't, you could sound like Don't let that be you in your Prius with your blue hair. Don't let that be you in your mama's basement. Get some Trump and all today. Quit being such a jerk. Trump and all. Wherever delusional drugs are sold. Those are all liberals reacting over the last 2 days in their Prius. They love to scream and yell from their Prius. I don't know what it is about that, but they do. And the whole thing was caused by statements made by people like Minnesota's Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan.
Are being disappeared. P.S. Without due process, it is just called kidnapping. Then show up and use your voice. Put your body on the line.
There you go. There you go. That's the Lieutenant Governor calling out people to put their body on the line to make this happen. I'm an insult to history. The more names you call me, the more right I know I got it. And besides, you're helping my algorithms. Thank you very much. You guys, you liberals that come in here and type this ignorant shit in my chat room have no idea how you help my algorithms. And then on the way out, you'll hit the thumbs down, and that actually helps my algorithms too. Thank you very much, JSH. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I do it because, let me tell you something, it's a real thing. I know it's a fun thing. We all kind of make fun of it. Yeah, it's kind of fun, Trump derangement syndrome. But I'm going to tell you something, it's real. All right? I'm going to tell you something you don't want to hear, it's real. It actually is real. So, anyway. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I've been on the air for quite a while now. We're at 3 hours and 30 minutes. I will be back tomorrow night. We're here every night at 9:30. I come in here, I hit it hard. I'll take your whatever you guys want to talk about, just let me know. I also have stuff as well, so I can cover the time one way or the other. But we talk about all kinds of things here, science and weather and ham radio and space weather and science fiction. And but we also talk a lot of politics and news, and we talk a lot about AI. As soon as this stuff lets up a little bit, we're going to get back to the AI stuff. We make a lot of music and images, and we do a lot of AI stuff. And I'm actually in the process of learning how to build AI stuff now. So it's pretty cool, and it's going to be really amazing. So I hope you guys stay with us. It should be good. And we're on, like I said, every night, 7 nights a week. We're on right here on StarShip Adventures. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth, and I don't know. I think it's I actually really like what we do here. I think that oh, hey, Mama Kitty. I think it's really cool. So anyway, we wrote some songs the other day about the protest, and so I'm gonna let you out tonight. As we go out tonight, I should say, I'm gonna play one of the couple of the protest songs that we made. And you guys can check that out. Anyway, my name is Ian. This is StarShip Adventures. We broadcast from here every night, Mama Bleep and I, from StarShip Studios in North Fort Myers, Florida. We broadcast worldwide on YouTube, the world's largest broadcast platform, and we broadcast over fiber optic. It's glass all the way to the net, and we can broadcast up to 9 simultaneous streams here. We have 3 going out right now. And you can check out our other content on our backup channel at StarShip After Dark. That's at StarShip After Dark. And that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. And I hope that you guys will be back tomorrow night. Thank you, everybody. And a special hello to all of our new friends out there that we've met over this the last week. And also a special thanks to my moderators. Who keep the chat room clean and going and everything good. I really appreciate what you guys do as well. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, right here on the Sights and Sounds of Earth. 7 3s. Good night, everybody. Have a good one.
Time to roast your ridiculous rallies. Draw the lines. Y'all scream for chaos and a law and order fool. Well, truth hides in a corner, breaking all the rules. From another evil universe, illogical and wild, irrational, unrealistic, like a brainwashed child. For no kings, rallies and free and Maduro dumb. He's a dictator crushing folks, but y'all cheer his name. Hypocrisy's central, playing the same old game. Gays for Hamas, honey, that's a killer twist. They toss you off a roof, but you're on their list. Screaming about equality while backing the hate from parallel evil worlds, sealing your fate. Upside down flags, frog suits, lawn chairs in the street. Y'all call this resistance? Nah, it's elite retreat. Waste of time, waste of air, waste of everybody's day. Go home, snowflakes, truth's not your way. Inflatable frog costumes, that's your master plan. Portland's parade of freaks, looking like a bad fan. Shining lights in windows, keeping agents up all night. Trying to play hero, but you're just a sad sight. Aztec dancers twirling, giant birds on parade. Puppets in the rain, man, y'all got it made. Non-binary noisemakers with whistles and horns, honking like geese, showing off your thorns. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this protest a total no-go. Blue headband, she's in the snow, putting on a clown show. Throwing snowballs at badges, then crying oppression. Grow up already, that's just regression. Gays for Hamas, snow kings, then dictator love. Your logic's from hell, push and shove after shove. Waste of time, waste of tears, waste of taxpayer cash. Abolish ICE, nah, abolish your trash. Y'all scream no fascist USA while causing the jam, harassing the heroes who protect from the scam, calling for blood when your side's in the wrong, then play the victim when the heat comes along. Overweight activists jumping on cars, megaphones blaring, queer folks dancing the taser. Their safe space is scaring. Back in Venezuelan thugs and molesters galore, pretending you're saints, what a hypocritical bore. Over 1,000 events, what a massive waste. Tiny towns full of trust fund kids, all red face or scripts in pocket, following the herd. Chant ICE must go like it's the magic word. Ignoring the criminals, the rapists they cage, while y'all rage irrational, turning the page. From evil parallel realms where truth's locked away, unrealistic dreams in your woke display. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this protest a total no-go. Woke weirdos, blue hairs, freaks in the snow. Go! Banging pots, blowing whistles, honking like fools, while law and order enforces the rules. Frog suits, lawn chairs, upside down rags in the breeze. Your whole damn movement's a disease. Waste of time, waste of life, waste of everybody's night. Get a real job, dipsticks, or just fade from sight. Hypocrites hollering for freedom they hate, backing dictators while sealing our fate. No kings one day, then free Maduro the next. Your brains must be twisted, completely perplexed. Gays cheering Hamas where they'd meet their end. Illogical love for the enemy friend. Strange woke warriors from universes askew. Truth has no home, it's banished from you. So here's to you, anti-law and order crew. Keep wasting your weekends, we've got better to do. Your absurdity's epic, your hypocrisy grand. 6 minutes of sex, now disband. Stay woke, weirdos, or better yet, wake up for real. Law and order prevails. That's the deal. favorite whore with your blue hair and signs. Well, howdy, patriots, from sea to shining sea. It's time to sing a trump, crushing the socialist spree. He's the boss in the White House, making America great, while Dems flail in failure, sealing their fate. Pro-democracy hero took a bullet for us all, bringing freedom worldwide. Hear the liberty call. Trump's building walls high, securing the border tight, over 400 miles strong, keeping threats out of sight. Economy booming, 7 million jobs in the bag, unemployment at rock bottom, family incomes on the rise, no lag. Tax cuts permanent, no tax on tips or overtime pay. One big beautiful bill signed on Independence Day. Energy dominant, drilling for oil and gas, affordable prices, kicking green extremism's ass. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Trump's crushing the socialist foe, making Dems look silly, watch their empire crumble low. Pro-democracy king, patriot through and through, took a bullet for freedom, red, white, and true. Nobel Peace Prize coming, better hand it over quick. Trump saving
Thanks,
the world,
buddy,
making
thanks for coming in. You missed the show tonight, but we'll be back tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Strong, while lefties protest nonsense, they're just plain wrong. Space superiority locked, A innovation flying, Genesis mission launching, pediatric cancer dying, Mayhem Commission fighting chronic disease with might, phasing out toxic dyes, making health shine bright. Trade deal sealed, tariffs hitting hard on foes, Western Hemisphere focus where real security grows. Global health reformed, executive order stacking, while Dems divide and flop, their coalition cracking. Dems in disarray, losing the working class vote. Internal fights raging, confidence sinking like a boat. Failed to fix the economy, high prices still sting. Unpopular as ever, midterms gonna bring the sting. Ideological rifts, progressives versus the rest. Crisis of failures, putting them to the test. And fighting like cats, no message that sticks. Trump makes them look silly with his winning tricks. Hey, hey, ho, ho! Trump's crushing the socialist foe, making Dems look silly, watch their empire crumble low. Pro-democracy king, patriot through and through, took a bullet for freedom, red, white, and true. Nobel Peace Prize coming, better hand it over quick. Trump saving the world, making tyrants feel sick. America first, law and order strong, while lefties protest nonsense, they're just plain wrong. Oh, those ridiculous protests, anti-law and order clowns, over 1,000 events, shutting cities down. Ice out for good, no, there's chaos in the street. Banging pots at hotels, throwing snow, what a treat. Frog suits in Portland, upside down flags in NYC, crying about enforcement while criminals run free. After Renee Good shooting, they rage and they wail, but ignore the facts, Trump's justice won't fail. Huge fraud in Minnesota, beyond belief's wild edge. Somali scheme, stealing billions, that's the pledge. Feeding our future fake meals, autism therapy scams, daycare doors locked, no kids, what a sham. The Leering Center misspelled, can't even get it right. Healthcare heists, education cheats under walls as oversight. Nick Shirley exposed it, citizen journalism spark. Terror funds flowing, leaving taxpayers in the dark. Hey, hey, ho, ho! Trump's crushing the socialist vote, making Dems look silly, watch their empire crumble low. Pro-democracy king, patriotic through and through, took a bullet for freedom, red, white, and true. If a peace prize coming, better hand it over quick. Trump saving the world, making tyrants feel sick. America first, law and order strong, while lefties protest nonsense, they're just plain wrong. Trump's bringing freedom global, lifting sanctions bold, trade pacts with Asia, making alliances gold. No more endless wars, peace deals stacking high, serious sanctions gone, letting hope touch the sky. He makes Dems look foolish, their hypocrisy shines, like no king's rallies, then freeing dictators' lines. Patriotic powerhouse, pro-democracy stand, crushing the left's chaos with a steady hand. So raise your flags high for President Trump, our guide, crushing the damn socialists, turning the tide. He took a bullet for us, stood tall and true, bringing freedom and justice. God bless the red, white, and blue. 6 minutes of glory, patriotic and grand. Trump's America's soul. Howdy, patriots.
All right, guys, we'll see you tonight. Tomorrow, well, it is tonight now. It's 12:50 in the morning here, Eastern time. But we'll see you tonight, 9 p.m., right here on StarShip Adventures. Good night, everybody. 7 3s.